Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we've got a lot of good news to talk about in gaming for this Monday afternoon. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And let's get started with the good news. Well, actually, maybe we'll just start with the bad news. Aliens Fireteam. Apparently, this game is not going to be very good at launch, so probably save your money on that one and wait for it to go to Game Pass, and then maybe try it out. I haven't read any of the reviews, but as it sits right now, it looks like it's pretty dire for that game. I know a few people at work that were actually looking forward to that, and they've already pre-ordered it. So I'm going to talk to them and see how they feel about it. I was going to pick it up too, but I wasn't going to necessarily pick that up on release day just because of the nature of the game. I'm not really into that whole multiplayer thing, but the third person shooter thing was kind of interesting to me at first. But not so much anymore. So then we got some more good news today. So apparently tomorrow, not only is Assassin's Creed Odyssey launching a 60 FPS patch native from Ubisoft themselves, but we're also getting an update to Watch Dogs Legion that is going to be bringing Legion of the Dead. That looks pretty cool. I am over zombies for the most part, but I am going to play that mode for a couple minutes at least to see if it's what I think it's going to be. And if it works out, I might actually continue playing that for a while. I do like Watch Dogs Legion. I've been playing it on and off since it came out. The 60 FPS patch has definitely made the game a lot better. I do own it on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, and I do play and I do have the Bloodborne's DLC for both of those. Both of them are pretty close for the most part. It does look better on the Xbox, but it also tears the screen tears a lot on the Xbox version. So that kind of sucks when it comes to that game. And then we have the Assassin's Creed. Well, like I was talking about, the Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting that 60 FPS patch tomorrow. That's freaking amazing. That to me is that's going to be one heck of an accomplishment. If that game can continue to look as good as it does right now on the Xbox Series X and then run at 60 frames a second, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a stable 60 frames a second, but if it runs at 60 frames a second, looking as good as it does right now, wow, you're in for a treat. That game already looks pretty good. I made a video about it earlier. I posted that video showing you some of the stuff that I noticed alone just from the power of the Xbox Series X while playing that game on it. Yeah, it's pretty intense for the most part. There's a lot more clarity to that game than there was on the Xbox One X. So that is definitely a treat. And then we got the other good news. Psychonauts 2 is actually scoring pretty high in the Metacritic in the critic reviews. So basically, that's pretty good. I mean, for Double Fine to be like basically a AA studio, I mean they've got what Brutal Legends and the first Psychonauts, and I don't really know of any of their other projects, but that Brutal Legends with Jack Black was pretty freaking cool, man. I like that game. I thought it was pretty good. I almost wish they would either make a part 2 or completely remake that first game. That would be pretty interesting to see something like that happen. I would really appreciate it because I really liked playing that game. I still kind of do play it every once in a while. I heard Aliens was kind of crap. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. It sounds like it's a pretty terrible game, so I don't know if I would be going out of my way to pick it up. You good? Oh, just wondering. Are you still hurting? I'm starting to get a little more stuffy. Yeah, I heard Aliens was kind of garbage. That's why I was like, "Ooh, man, doesn't sound like that's going to be good news for anybody on Good News Monday." Most of the good news is Psychonauts 2 and the Assassin's Creed getting that 60 FPS update, and Watch Dogs Legion getting an update with that Legion of the Zombies DLC or Legion of the Dead. I missed Jeff Rance in your last live stream. I'm sure he loved that one. I told Jeff, okay, while I was sitting there playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey today, making a video about it. And you know how like Jeff is going on about the triggers and everything always on the PlayStation? Well, I kid you not. I'm playing Assassin's Creed and I pull out my bow and I go to fire an arrow and I get that same feeling I'm getting on the PlayStation 5 with Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I try it again and again and again, because you know there's the little motor rumble motors in the triggers on the Xbox, and when they use them in those triggers, it actually does kind of give you a little bit of resistance when those motors are going. It's weird how it works, but I mean it's not like resistance like the PlayStation 5 controller by any means, but it's enough rumble in there to give you a sense of gosh dang it, resistance on the controller, which is pretty cool. Like I like that. And we had this feature in the Xbox controllers all through Xbox One, and none of the developers took them seriously or really did anything with them. So you have those select games out there that are going to have this feature. I mean, in Dirt 5, when you're using when you're bogged down and you've got your finger on the throttle, you actually get that rumble that gives you a little bit of resistance on that controller too, which is pretty cool. And it actually feels better on Dirt 5 than it did on the Assassin's Creed, but it's basically the same feeling. It's almost the same feeling. But the Rumble new series controller feel better to me. Oh yeah, they definitely do. And Jeff tells me, he's like, I'm not talking about your elite controller or something. And I'm like, actually, Jeff, I was using just the regular one. Oh man, that's the basic freaking Xbox X, the Xbox Series X and S, the new controller, just the red version. I'm like, dude, he was all butthurt about that. I'm like, dude, you know what, man? You keep going on and on and on about this PlayStation controller. And I'm telling you, dude, honestly, the best controller is the Xbox controller. It just fits in your hand better, and it plays well with a lot more different variety of games than the PlayStation controller does. I really don't feel like I have control with both of the analog sticks being right in the middle of the damn controller. It doesn't feel good for shooters. It doesn't feel good for racing games. So there's two types of games that are pretty popular that just don't feel that great on the PlayStation controller. And having that movement is everything. Apparently free Skyrim next gen upgrade is the same as $10 PS5 upgrade for Ghost of Tsushima. Are they charging a $10 upgrade fee for the Ghost of Tsushima? Oh, just a little bit better. Did you watch the link I sent? No, I haven't watched it yet, Jeff. I didn't notice you even sent a link. I was just talking about you. I knew you'd be here soon. Yeah, I was using this controller, Jeff. Just the basic Xbox One X and S controller. And yeah, dude, those rumbles, you got to stop kicking the Xbox controller, man, because when they use it, man, it actually does feel pretty cool, Jeff. What's up, Darkest Hero? Felix, how you doing, man? The way it fits in your hand, though, I do like the way the PS5 controller feels better in your hand. It's definitely the best PlayStation controller I've ever had. And that's not negotiable, man. That is the best PlayStation controller ever made. That DualSense 5 or the DualSense is by far the best PlayStation. It's in the last replay I sent you. Okay, I will check it out. But you got to stop. You got to stop kicking the Xbox controller, Jeff, because it was already basically a perfect controller, and the upgrades they made to it now were just enough to like cement the perfection of that controller, man. Like it's a great controller. Jeff will be happy to know I signed my alliance to the PlayStation Nation. Did you really? You're signed up and everything? Did you get like one of those like I voted stickers when you signed up for that, Darkest Hero? Because if you did, I'm gonna do it too because I want one of the stickers. It's better than the DualShock. Yeah. The PlayStation 5 controller and the Xbox controller is better than the DualShock, dude. I am now a Sony pony. And sadly, no. Dang it, you didn't get a freaking sticker? I don't know if that's worth the cost of admission, Darkest Hero. If you didn't get that freaking sticker, bro, I don't know, man. That doesn't sound very good. That doesn't sound promising at all, actually, you know. At least when hey Seb, what's up? At least when you vote for one of them loser politicians, you get one of them stupid stickers that tell everybody how stupid you are. I mean, you'd think at least PlayStation would give you a sticker. Oh, sorry guys. Sorry if anybody in here is political. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk bad about your best good freaking politician that probably isn't going to do nothing for you. Probably doesn't care about you or anybody. They only seem to care about whatever they want to care about. Psychonauts 2 tomorrow. Yeah, I'm actually kind of stoked for that. I've been reading a lot of good things about that, man. But the link I sent has a dev from Insomniac and a tech who designed the DualSense explain the tech in layman's term. So Jeff, what I do for a living, man, is I take things apart. I mean, I take from car engines all the way down to circuit boards and stuff, and I repair them because I'm a maintenance guy. And I'm telling you, the little screw technology that they have to work with the adaptive triggers on the PlayStation 5, those are fine, but the friction in it, it can't get as it can't be like it has certain movements that make it it I don't know. They normally don't hold up that well, Jeff. If you want my honest opinion, these triggers are going to break down. It completely depends on how hard you are with the triggers, Jeff. I mean, if you're beating them up, yeah, dude, it is going to you're going to have problems a lot quicker. I was just playing the Milkman level in first Psychonauts, so good. Yeah. Oh, and the very first one, I have that downloaded. I've been kind of playing it, but I've been kind of busy with everything else that I play too. Yes, we get it, Jeff. PS5 DualSense has haptic feedback, which is just HD rumble with smaller motors. Darkest, are you signed up for the beta yet? It's not. It's focal coil actuators with magnetic gears. Ooh, those are even better. Dude, the haptics feel... Jeff, I'm still on the fence about the haptics on the PlayStation 5 controller. Yes, they feel good on some games, but not everybody's using it. So, yeah, I don't really know, buddy. Felix. So, guys, I am officially COVID. I do have COVID-19. I tested positive today. I do have the COVID, so I'm going to try to put a video up or go live every day just so you guys know I'm still alive. And yes, guys, I am fully vaccinated. I have been fully vaccinated since the beginning of the summer, and that still did not stop me from getting the COVID. I did get the Pfizer vaccine, so yeah, dude, that's kind of. I mean, I knew pretty much that hey, this isn't a 100% thing that you're not going to get COVID-19, but at the same time, it hopefully it makes the symptoms a lot less. What's up, Mush, how you doing, my friend? What's up, Grand Frog? I am just granddaddying out, hanging out with my COVID and my family, seeing as we're all positive for COVID. They can slide the intensity of the haptics with the software. That's how advanced they are. That's pretty cool, Jeff. I mean, this is one heck of a freaking PlayStation controller, isn't it? I mean, gosh, dude, I can't imagine how great it's going to be in 3 years, dude. Honestly, I don't think we've touched the surface on what the DualSense controller really can do at this point. I feel like it's been kind of I don't feel like it's truly been completely implemented, and anybody that's played with the PlayStation 5 can attest that after playing Astro's Playroom, there's not one game out right now that matches that matches what the PS5 controller can do at this moment. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. Please stay safe and your family. Yeah, we're trying, man. It does kind of suck. I'm starting to get like the sore throat and the stuffy nose. Have you tried having kids since you got vaccinated? Oh no, dude, we're way past that. my youngest is almost 11, dude. I don't want another baby. No more babies. Delta does not care about your vax, but your symptoms should be better. And once this is over, your system will be able to handle most, if not all, variants for a while. I hope so, man, because I do not, dude. This is 14 days without an income. By the time I'm all said and done, because I think my 10 days just started over today because I tested positive. So that's another. That's like, well, no, it's like 12 days without an income now. So this is going to suck. This is going to be pretty, boy, I might not be able to buy a lot of stuff here for a little while. People downplay that controller. Watch that link. Jeff, I'm not downplaying it at all. And I hope you understand that. Like, I have not downplayed the PlayStation 5 controller. I just do not, to this day, believe that it has been fully utilized, just like the Xbox One controller and the Xbox XS controller has yet to be fully utilized, man. Yeah, I hope we get well soon too, Mush. Sounds like a lot of Steam controller software in the OS. It has haptics with, yeah. So far, Capilla, it's been mainly just like minor symptoms, like body aches, cold, like a coughing, runny nose. The younger ones had a fever a little bit for like a day, and then they're fine now. So take a COVID-19 trip. Yeah, exactly. I flew to Tsushima Island last night, and I also circled Iki Island. And somebody better call PlayStation and tell them that those maps are way bigger than what are in their game. No, I'm just joking. But you know what, dude? They did do a pretty decent job of like kind of mapping the islands out. It looks pretty good, man. I was watching both of them. Potential spam. I don't know what number. I don't know what number that one is going to be. I always turn off the Rumble. It kind of depends. I wish I could super chat this channel. I wish I could super chat this channel too. It's a controller. It's not downplaying. It's just an input device, and nobody cares about it beyond that. Basically, that's kind of what it is too. I mean, like, vibrations are vibrations, dude. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I don't think they've completely been utilized yet. It's just like the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. They're only taken advantage of in to Switch at launch, and then no other game did anything close. Yeah, exactly. Like with Astro's Playroom, dude, that game feels pretty good on that controller, but I have yet to feel anything else that's really as good. I mean, WRC 9 feels pretty decent when you're switching or you're sliding through the dirt, but other than that, man, I've really yet to see anything. I mean, the adaptive triggers have been used more than the actual haptic feedback has, if you want my opinion. Oh, dang. Sev, it's like the vibrations in a Disney Universal ride. How many times have you been to Disney, bro? I'm kind of mad with Game of Thrones deal. Game of Thrones. Why do I always think Game of Thrones, dude? Ghost of Tsushima DLC. I don't think it was worth $30 or 20. Way too short. Capilla. After I finished the main story content was about 3 hours. I have went back and I've been like going around the island and stuff. Go do some of the side content because it's actually pretty decent. It's not bad at all, and finding some of the stuff in there is actually kind of cool too. So yeah, but I'm at about 6 hours of gameplay now, a little over 6 hours of gameplay with doing a lot more side quests and doing a lot of the other activities on Icky Island. So I think you might be able to possibly get around 8 hours of gameplay if you do everything. I was thinking you might be able to get 15, but dude, I've already got all of the map opened up, and I've only got a few more question marks on there, and there's some other little things, but yeah, I think maybe 8 hours is probably going to button that up for me. To the same thing. I like Black Ops Cold War, use of the DualSense, the trigger. See, I don't have that on the PlayStation, so I have that on the Xbox. Oh, I've been looking at racing wheels. Andrew, what would you recommend? I would say go middle. I would say you want at least a mid-grade wheel. I use the Thrustmaster TX, and I'm completely happy with that. The Thrustmaster TX, if you're buying it on the PlayStation, is the T300. Either way, once you get into the wheel and you start using it more, you're going to realize that you're not going to want that force feedback up high, like really high. So I don't necessarily think you're going to need anything more than a TX or a T300. So that's my recommendation, is the TX. Or if you want to go Fanatec is way more expensive. So Thrustmaster is probably the cheapest and most effective way to get into sim racing and get yourself a decent setup for a reasonable price. You could probably get a cockpit, the wheel setup, the pedals, and a shifter all for under $1,000. Screen, Sony is just utilizing better than anything else and just barely touching the surface, according to. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I hope that we actually see. I really do, man. I hope we see this thing being taken to the very top, Jeff. Like I live in Florida. Oh yeah, Disney. How often you think? I don't know, man. That sounds pretty expensive. I mean, yeah, if you can afford that, dude, go. I mean, it would cost me at least $1,000 just to get to the closest Disney World. So yeah, dude, we don't do that. Better stop saying GOT. Isn't worth it, you guys. Gonna trigger Jeff. Of course, the Insomniac Davis praise Jeff. Praise PlayStation. Yeah, they pay their paychecks. Guy was trying to tell me that Ghost DLC was 20 hours of content. Yeah, I don't see it being 20 hours, man. 8 hours. I think 8 hours is pretty decent. I'm playing on medium. I guess I could crank it up to hard and maybe get 10 hours. But I don't know. Like once you get good at that combat, you're pretty much good at that combat. You know what I mean? Seb, you're just downplaying anything Sony has. No, Jeff, it's not that. It's just Sony's not. I don't think Sony's firing on all cylinders right now, Jeff. That's it. That's where we at right now. You can buy a flight stick and a racing wheel on the Xbox store now. Yeah, you can actually. And if you don't have all the money, you can just buy the gift cards and add them to your account. And then when you got everything, yeah, you can get a cockpit. They actually have that Challenger cockpit on there on the Xbox store. That's a good one. The Thrustmaster TX, you could get that. You could actually buy the TX, the pedals, and your rim a lot cheaper. If you're going to get the TX, though, I recommend the leather one. It's the $500 model. Do not buy the one that I bought up there, the Ferrari one. The pedals in the rim are garbage. So just buy you could buy the base. You could buy the base and everything you need all on Amazon. You get the racing rim you want, the base, the base, and then the pedal set that you want, and you'll be a lot happier that way. If vibrations are this important to you, there's another line of products that will make you happy. It's 8 to 15 hours, according to Sucker Punch. I don't. Yeah, I mean, maybe if you do every single thing on the island, dude. You would have to literally do every single damn thing on the island. You're welcome, Felix. Jeff, you give Insomniac a source of praise. PlayStation bigger source. Yeah, Jeff calling anyone biased is just funny to me. I can get a 4 Florida resident pack pass for 200 a person. See, that's not bad, dude. If you can get that good of deals, man, because it costs in order to take my family to Disneyland, it was like, I think the last time we checked, it was like $5,000, $5 or $6,000, dude, and that's for like 3 days or something. So I don't know. I don't want to spend that much money to go to Disneyland, dude. I really don't. Somniac will not say anything. Yeah. Sony will kill in 2022. I think so. I think Sony's going to have a pretty good 2022. I think they've basically given up on 2021 and they're putting everything toward 2022 to try to salvage what they got. And plus, that's when all their main systems are going to start being able to really start taking off and selling. So I think they're just holding back. Honestly, to tell you the truth, guys, that's exactly what PlayStation's doing. They're holding back. Say that to the devs and Sony Bendens. So I can pay for accessories with reward points I earn by playing games. Yeah, you can. Go into your store, your Xbox store. And if you when you go in there and you click on one of them and then you push to the side, it'll bring up a whole drop down menu of a bunch of stuff you can look at. And I think it is in the accessories tab. Let me look right now for you. Let me just make sure. And I will tell you exactly which ones are gonna be a good deal for you. Me personally, I like Thrustmaster products. That's what I've been using. Ooh, my controller needs an update. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. I got to update the controller. I wonder if we just got an update on the Xbox, why it's been off. Anybody else's Xbox updating right now? 15 hours is everything. Done 8 hours is average baseline, I think. Oh, I don't know, Jeff. I do not know. That would be me saying 343 praise Microsoft or something. Gosh, I don't know. I'm just saying, Jeff. You know what, man? You gotta stop being so hard on the Xbox, dude. Xbox. I'm a lifelong PlayStation fanboy, dude. Like seriously, like I've been playing PlayStation as long as I can remember. The PlayStation 1, all the way up, man. I've bought every PlayStation console, and I'm telling you, Xbox is doing something right, and that's after me having one for the last 4 years, and actually gaming on the Xbox more than just wanting to play an exclusive every now and then. This is me saying that the Xbox is doing something right, dude. They're definitely going to give Sony a run for their money this generation. Sony banned HoloLens for $5,000. I don't know if HoloLens is even. I don't know if is HoloLens even available for pre-order or anything. I don't know if I'd want to do HoloLens for gaming though, guys. Anyone think Xbox is going to announce anything big tomorrow? I hope so. Okay, guys. So seeing as I am officially like quarantined this week because I'm positive for COVID, I am gonna live stream that Xbox show, the GameCon Xbox one. They leaving features in their flagship franchise and their community okay with it. Why I'm hard. I don't, Jeff, come on, man. You've been hard on Xbox for a long time, buddy. If Halo's launching without those two features, I mean that's kind of for like the way I'm looking at it, Jeff, is, hey, you know what? Halo Infinite is going to launch for me as soon as possible. And then for people that got to have co-op, it's going to launch for them 3 months after, and then for the other people, it is going to launch, after that. Okay, so I said I was going to go to the store, and then let's see. All right, so yeah, right when you go into the store, if you just switch to the side and you go down to hardware, Xbox accessories, and then you got to scroll all the freaking way down to the bottom. So it looks like they have the Logitech G923. I've never used that one, Felix, so I do not know what that is. But this TMX, the TMX, okay, so here's my biggest problem with the TMX, because I had that one before I bought the TX. With the TMX, when you are playing rally games, you're making a lot of quick turns like this, and so when you go to flip back the other way, it feels like there's nothing, like there's a loose filling throughout there. There's like top wheel wobble is what I call it, and you have no nothing. Like, yeah, you can still drive with it, but to me, not having that feeling all the way through that curve really put me off. But the TX is perfect for that. Like, the TX feels great. So is what you would want to do is this Challenger one for $349 is a cockpit. That's a decent cockpit. You don't want these little freaking things, the little stand ones. You do not want those. You want the one with the seat and everything. The TX, I mean, there's also this other one, the next level racing one. This one here is $500, but it definitely will be better than the Challenger, just because of the way the mount rides on the side. The Challenger is going to have the post for your wheel in the middle, which is going to be, it does kind of make it a little bit hard. Mine's like that too. It does kind of make it a little bit hard to because you're going to have your left foot on your brake and your right, and you're going to be using it like that. That's going to give you a closer feeling to what or this Forza play seat. This is what I got, is the play seat. So, but that Challenger would be pretty good, and it is cheaper by like $100. But yeah, that's basically what you want. You want the TX. The TMX is the base model. You cannot change out your steering rim, and you cannot change out the well, you can change the pedals, but you can't change the rim. Leaving out, Jeff is right about Halo Infinite being half-baked, though. Nobody can deny that, whether you care about it or not. Yeah. I mean, me personally, I don't really care, dude. I've never really liked Halo, so I don't really give a crap. The only thing I care about is the campaign, and that's launching, single-player campaign. So that might sound cruel to everybody else that cares about the Halo. I mean, yeah, these guys do have a point about it not launching complete, but let's look at it this way, dude. This Halo thing's been worked on for so long now that if we don't get a freaking proof of concept soon, then what's the point, man? As far as I'm concerned, if they don't launch that game this year, then who knows, man? Who knows if this game is going to be worth a crap or not, man? And that's basically what I think they should do is come out and give us a proof of concept. I did read an article that the way Xbox is looking at it is they are looking at Halo Infinite as a live service game. They are looking at it that way, and they are going to treat it that way. So these products that are coming to it are coming in within the seasons. So if that's the way they're looking at it, then you can't really say it's unfinished. It's just, yeah. I mean, if you want my honest take on it, that's kind of the way I'm looking at it. If that's the way they're looking at it, is this game is live service and they're going to support it for 10 years, and these features aren't coming at launch, but they are coming during the seasons, they had better have something just as big in seasons after that to justify them calling it a live service game. And I mean, if that's the precedent they're going to set for themselves, having something like co-op multiplayer, in the first season, and then Forge in the second season, they're going to have something equally big in the third, fourth, and fifth seasons too. Maybe all the way up to the sixth season, guys. Like, that's just kind of the way that's kind of the precedent they're setting for themselves right now. You know, I mean, what are they going to do? Launch 2 seasons with a lot of this content, and then the next seasons are going to be anemic after that? Like, I don't know, dude. If you set a precedent that early on in the game, then you're going to have to keep living up to that level of content per content update, right? I mean, does anybody think that way, or am I just being? That's kind of the way I look at it. The Last of Us is thought as a single player game, and the single player was complete at launch. Meanwhile, all the Halo games have been known for. Yeah, but you don't even play Halo, Jeff, so why do you care? You don't even have an Xbox, man. If you had an Xbox and you were a Halo fan, then I could see you like complaining about it. But if you're not, then I don't understand why you're so upset about it. Oh, I know, just to get Xbox guys riled up about it. Well, it's not going to work, dude. Everybody's already drawn their lines in the sand on Xbox or on Halo, and some people are pouting about it. Some people are happy about it. I don't really care either way, man. The only thing I'm interested in this Halo game is the campaign. That's it. I don't care about the co-op. I don't care about Forge. I don't care about those things because I'm never going to play those things. I'm going to play the campaign and I'm going to move on from Halo. Unless it's really, really good and I get into it and then I'm like, oh yeah, great. Now I'm a Halo fan. Then I might care as a gamer for the community. Well, you don't care about the community with freaking Ghost of Tsushima short DLC, dude. Like, what the heck, man? They charged us $30 for that. They charged us half the price of the original price of the game and delivered a very small update, like very small. Like, I don't even think Icky Island is half the size of the first area that you get into in Ghost of Tsushima, man. Xbox ripped the Band-Aid instead of waiting last minute. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that's good that they told us now instead of waiting until launch and being like, all right, well, Halo Infinite campaign and multiplayer are launching, this day, but the other parts are like, yeah, dude, that would have made people even madder. Because I think they are going to announce the release date for it this week. I'm pretty sure they will. I'm pretty sure they're going to announce the launch date for this. It's either going to come in September, October, or November. Yeah, they withheld content. Maybe they're probably polishing it more. In that article that I read, the one that was talking about, it's the same article that they were talking about possibly pushing Halo Reach back into 2022. They said, no, man, if we've already got, multiplayer and the campaign in a solid state to launch, we're going to launch those. And that's where they were talking about treating it as they're looking at this game as a live service. And that was the thing that was holding them up the most was those two products, being in the game. And they're like, look, you know what, man, let's get this game out. And, my expectations for Gamescom, you're thinking November 15th, Christian. I'm thinking September 15th, man, because there's about to be a Doritos thing Doritos or Pringles thing that's going to start September 15th. That's going to give you XP boosts for this game. And if that's starting on the 15th, maybe the game's launching on the 15th of September. And maybe that's why they're telling you, hey, man, like this is going to take us a while to get this out because, yeah, I think they want to get it out before I think they want to launch this well before Battlefield and well before. I mean, you got Battlefield in November or October, and then you got Call of Duty in November. Halo's coming out in September, guys. I'm thinking September. I would be feeling the same way, Felix, about September if they didn't push these things back. If they didn't push the co-op and the Forge till delay those two parts of it, then yeah, I would be feeling it was coming out later too. But maybe that's where it's at, dude. Maybe the campaign and the multiplayer's done and they're ready to go and they're gonna drop it September 15th or September 20th or sometime in September. I don't know, man. If they announce that tomorrow that it's coming in September, dude, you guys heard it first right here. No, I'm just joking. I wasn't expecting for Legends mode. It was a complete experience with the cherry added on top. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, nobody. Jeff, you and Ratchet and Clank was worth $70. Your idea of value doesn't fit. Yeah, I don't know, guys. $30 for that Ghost of Tsushima update. I don't know, man. Like that's a tough spill. That's a tough pill to swallow. It is what it is, dude. If Sony wants to nickel and dime me, dude, I'm just gonna have to, like I've said before, like I said when Ratchet and Clank came out, I'm just going to have to be, or when I heard the price of this, I'm gonna have to be more selective with what I buy from PlayStation, man. Like it sucks. It really does suck, dude. But I don't know. Hamad, that's impossible, my friend. That's impossible. That's a trick question too, man. That's not fair. That's not fair. Ratchet was worth it for the no, it wasn't, Jeff. It wasn't worth $70, dude. It wasn't worth the 80. What did I pay for that game? 90 something dollars. I paid 90 something bucks for that game, Jeff. It wasn't, or 85 bucks. Yeah, 85 bucks. No, gosh damn it. I don't remember. I bought the deluxe version of that. So I paid way more than that game was worth, and I played it for 10 hours, and I'm never going to play it again. Unless I get some DLC. If they add some DLC to it for free, that'd be cool. I mean, I could see them adding like a whole nother freaking 5 planets to it, and then it would be worth that money. But yes, Legends mode was free. To me, it was right. Ruggy. Subjective. Yeah, well, I don't feel like it was worth that freaking. I don't feel like either of those two games warranted the price that they charged us. But that doesn't mean they're bad experiences. I just feel like $30. If you look at the industry as a whole and you gauge, that play, even if it's just on an Ubisoft game, man, like, dude, both of the expansions we got for Assassin's Creed Valhalla were definitely longer, and I guarantee all the side stuff and map, dude, there's a lot more content in that Assassin's Creed stuff than there was in the Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima, though, the story content was by far more superior for sure. Like, it was definitely like a lot better, but yeah, dude, like, but it was really, really short, dude. I hate how our community, since Game Pass wallet, shames each other on both sides. Yeah, dude, I do think the Game Pass is. I think the Game Pass is an extremely good value for gamers. But on the other hand, that doesn't represent Xbox as a whole. What represents Xbox as a whole to me, Jeff? Game preservation. The fact that they enhance my games that I've already bought for free, that makes me happy. The enhanced backward compatibility, the system level enhancements that you get just for buying a new system, there was the whole reason I bought the Xbox Series X Series X day one out of the gate, man. Just that enhancement to the games I already own was more than enough for me to upgrade that. The PlayStation 5 is not a bad system, but it's by far the best PlayStation they've ever made, Jeff. By far. This is the most powerful I think a PlayStation has ever launched, aside from possibly the PlayStation 3. But the PlayStation 3 didn't have all of, like, it was so freaking hard to develop for that damn system, dude, that we never saw the full potential of the PlayStation 3. We still haven't seen it. Sound like a Chinese proverb. Value is subjective. Damn it, cabbage. Value is subjective. Oh, damn. No, value is not subjective. Value is getting more for less. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what value means. If PlayStation had Game Pass and we got Ratchet, Returnal, Game of Thrones, Death Stranding all day one, this would be a hell of a lot more competitive. Yeah, that's for sure. Dude, if PlayStation was to start throwing their games onto a freaking Game Pass subscription service, even after 6 months, yeah, dude, it would be far more competitive. Like, I'd say it right. I'd say that was 6 months, man. If they put their games on PlayStation now, 6 months after launch, yeah, yep, you'd be looking at a completely different at a completely different thing because you know that people are going to buy that game within 6 months as opposed to just waiting 6 months. I mean, some people are going to wait. Some people will wait that 6 months, but gosh dang it, man. I know me, dude. If I want a game, I'm buying that thing day one. I'm not even going to I'm not waiting. What is less and more from one person to another? Dude, you're talking about one man's trash is another man's treasure. Jeff, just say it that way. Yeah, but if a crow flight at midnight, yeah. Jeff, the Xbox delivers value almost every single day. Almost every single day since its launch, the Xbox Series X has delivered a value to me that is more valuable than having to pay $30 for an upgrade and a DLC. Like the DLC price was fine, like whatever. $20 for that DLC wasn't bad at all by any means. $30 for upgrades that are barely a little bit better than what I already had. Yeah, dude, that kind of sucks, man. I don't want to keep, guys, honestly, I don't want to keep bashing PlayStation, but when Jeff gets on here and like continuously bashes Xbox, then it does. It kind of makes me a little angry that PlayStation, because it makes me, it like regurgitates all the feelings I have about PlayStation, and it just makes it worse, Jeff. Like it makes me like hate PlayStation, not hate it, but it makes me more and more angry every time I spend money on PlayStation and I do not get anywhere near the value or the game time or the just fun, dude. Like it does. It's starting to make me angry with PlayStation, Jeff. Like I wish you would understand that I don't want to be negative against PlayStation, but I'm just telling you how I feel, how I've been feeling about PlayStation. You guys are always talking about this Bauer Kills guy. Okay, he started his channel around the same time I did, and this dude is like 100% like Xbox, always talking bad about PlayStation. Doesn't care about PlayStation anymore. I've watched a couple of his videos, not a whole bunch of them, but this dude's already double. Like this guy's grown double. If I was to take my channel and go completely Xbox, Jeff, I would grow pretty fast, dude. But I do. I care about PlayStation and I want them to succeed. But at the same time, like I want to be successful myself too. And Xbox has given me more than enough value and more than enough reason to be completely Xbox and like just move forward, dude. But I care about my PlayStation. And so now you see this where I'm at, because I care about PlayStation and I care about Xbox, but I do want PlayStation to do better and give me more of a value, because I've been in their corner for so freaking long that them nickel and diming me for stuff I've already bought and already paid for, dude, that's kind of infuriating, especially when their closest competitor is handing me that stuff for free and it's quality and it's good quality. I mean, the updates that I got for Forza Horizon 4 were freaking phenomenal, dude. I didn't pay a dime for those. And they matched the quality. Well, no, they didn't have ray tracing, but they pretty much matched the quality, the feeling. I got the same feeling I got when I'm playing Spider-Man Remastered as I'm playing Forza Horizon 4, dude. Like I'm feeling good when I'm playing both of those games. So yeah. I mean, Jeff, just stop being so negative towards Xbox, dude, because honestly, man, they're doing a lot good, and PlayStation is making me mad a lot lately. And I bite my tongue a lot when it comes to PlayStation, because I know eventually they're going to get better, and I know Microsoft is going to drag them kicking and screaming into the mud with them, and they're going to start having to offer more of a value for the PlayStation 5. So until they start offering that value, I'm going to keep knocking them every time they make me mad. I'm going to let you know why I'm upset with it, but I do care about PlayStation. Just go full Xbox, let your channel explode. I know, I struggle with that a lot, Christian, but I like PlayStation first party games enough to where that would be so hard for me to just completely give up on it, because I want to be happy about PlayStation, but shit, dude, what is it? 6 months? I've had my PlayStation 5 for 6 months, and I still, I'm over that. I already was out of the honeymoon stage within a couple days with it. Seriously, better than paying $70 a game, shilling for, yeah. They are already planning a Ghost of Tsushima, the master cut. It's $40. They have German lip sync in 2 hours. Yeah, exactly. Oh, and we'll get those textures I was asking for last time, right? I think it does too, because there's a lot of people on my channel that watch that are PlayStation fans, but they're not like PlayStation fanboys. They like their PlayStation and they want to hear what I got to say about it because a lot of them are feeling the same way I am, dude. We're just not feeling the damn value. And it doesn't necessarily matter that Xbox is given a lot of value. It's like PlayStation right now feels freaking expensive, dude. It literally feels expensive, especially if you're somebody that buys the games the day they come out. Yeah, but I would unsubscribe if you became a fanboy for Xbox. Oh no, I don't think I'd ever. I don't want to be a fanboy. I like the balance and the honest takes you have in this channel. Thanks, Matt. I really appreciate that. Keep it real and neutral for sure. See, Jeff, and I always get a lot of people that they want me to stay the same, and I do. I want to cover PlayStation. I want to continue to keep covering PlayStation. Yes, I would love for my channel to grow faster, but it is what it is, man. I think me personally, I think I'm growing pretty well, and I'm getting solid, subscribers that actually care and watch my content and come back. Whereas, a lot of people might not, be completely watching all that. I have PS Plus for multiplayer, and with the games I get from that and the games I buy, it's plenty. See, Jeff, but that's the thing, dude. Every single game that I want on PlayStation, I buy it, dude. I buy it right then and there. I buy it the day it comes out. So how the hell is PS Plus going to offer me any kind of value? I mean, I'll grant it, like it has given me a little bit of value, but still the games that I got for free on it, I already had on Xbox, dude. So yes, you know what I mean? Like PS Plus does not give me any value. I do not game on PlayStation, on the PlayStation Plus. I do not play online ever on PlayStation. I never did before. I just always bought PlayStation Plus for, I don't know, to keep my saves. I mean, that's basically $60 a year to make sure I got saves backed up in the cloud. And every now and then I get a free game I already got on Xbox because I bought it on Xbox day one. Sony games are one and done experiences. Yeah, for the most part, that is true, Sev. I play them one time and then I rarely ever go back and play them again. I have played God of War twice. I have played. I'm like, there was more games last generation on PlayStation that I did play, through a couple of times. So I think they might be getting a little better. Certain ones might be getting better, good enough to where I actually want to play them a second time. This month I played 12 minutes for 6 hours, The Ascent for 12, River City Girls for 6, Last Stop for 2, and it cost me $10. Yeah, that is pretty good. Let me be happy with that. Stop pushing the service on me. Nobody's pushing the service on you. You don't even have a freaking Xbox, Jeff. In my view, here's what Sony should do. Bring 3 games a year, day and date, to PS Now, and ensure the next God of War Horizon are on point, and it would be a good game to PS. Yeah, exactly, dude. If PlayStation would, like I said, even 3 to 6 months, if they started putting their games on PS Now, then the competition would be a lot steeper. But they don't care. They just want that money, dude. My games day and date for the subscription. Jeff plays Destruction All Stars. One, I play it. I played it a couple times, man. I actually do get on there every once in a while. Every time they do a new content drop, I get on there and check it out. I think it would be is what Destruction All Star needs is like actual freaking racing tracks, like Wreckfest does. If they had that, it would be a lot better game. I remember how the AP99 hated Game Pass and Tower. And towed that Sony line until he actually got a Series X and tried Game Pass for himself. Yeah, I like I said, like the last one, dude. Like what we were just talking about the other day, man. A lot of PlayStation, old time PlayStation guys are going Xbox. I like that high-speed PvP experience, but I'm taking a break because there's so many new games dropping on Game Pass. Yeah, there is, man. We're getting a lot. Game Pass is pretty decent, man. I do like it because it does save me money. Like Psychonauts 2, I want to play it, but it's not a game that I would go out of my way and actively buy because it's like, oh gosh, I gotta have Psychonauts 2. But the fact that it's on Game Pass and I get to play it for basically free, yeah, dude, I'm happy about it. And if it is good, if it is one of those games that I really, really enjoy and like, I'd probably pick it up, man. Yeah. That's probably true, Hamad. Just watched your Odyssey vid, man. Get well soon. Yeah, I'm trying. I just found out today that I'm actually positive. My wife and the kids have been positive since Tuesday last week. So yeah, that kind of sucks, man. And I've been staying away from her too. I've been being good, man. PlayStation needs a tech overlord to keep that service alive. If they play, yeah. What was that? Oh yeah. Let's see. Destruction All Stars isn't as bad as they are making it out to. I don't think it's completely horrible, Jeff. It's not one of those games that I can sit and play for a lot of hours. Like I could play a couple matches, but then I'm good. You know what I mean? Like I do not need to sit and play it for hours. If they bring back Twisted Metal with some of the parkour elements, it would be on fire. No, I don't know about that, dude. I do not know about that. I think that's kind of what they were trying to do with Destruction All Stars, is kind of like pivot from Twisted Metal, and it just didn't work right. Crackdown 3, you know what, guys? Yes, Crackdown 3 is not like the world's greatest game, but I actually enjoyed the platforming on that, especially getting up there and doing like the propaganda towers. That shit was pretty fun, dude, and it got pretty complicated towards the end. Like I kind of did like that game for that. And Terry Crews, I like Terry Crews too. I thought that was pretty cool. Jeff, you definitely need some Bleeding Edge. Yeah, Bleeding Edge was complete crap, dude. I played that for about 10 minutes. I was like, oh gosh, I'm not, dude, but I've never really been into those like multiplayer games. I played that Rogue or what is that what the name of that game is? That Rogue, that free to play game is. I played that longer than I played Bleeding Edge. And yeah, like I did play that Rogue. I thought it was pretty cool. If they did something like a Call of Duty team deathmatch, you know, with like 32 players on each side, yeah, that would be a great game, man. That would be great. I would love to play something like that. What's the worst game I've ever played? Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. No, I'm just joking. The worst game I ever played, I'm going to have to give that to Werewolf the Apocalypse. Like, it was all right for like 30 seconds, and then it fell apart really quickly. I was like, oh gosh, man. Mine is probably Anthem. Gosh, dude, I loved Anthem. I didn't love Anthem, but I really liked Anthem. I really was excited for where that game was going to go. Order 1886, it barely qualifies as a game. It's basically just a giant real-time event. Yeah. With a bunch of QTEs. I like that story of the Order 1886, though. I really wish they would have made a second part of that. I actually got that game early before it even came out. I actually ran into my old Sony rep at a store when he was there, and he allowed me to grab one. So that was pretty cool, man. I couldn't talk about it until release date, but yeah, dude, I got to play that game like 3 or 4 days before it even came out. That was pretty cool. But yeah, you guys were right. It was pretty short. It was short. I think it was like 5 or 6 hours, actually. You know, and that was, and that's Sony, going for like visuals over gameplay. Like I do like Sony for that, because they've always given me that visual experience that I've always been like, yeah, man, I want. But now it doesn't matter as much as it used to, because now I'm actually getting like games that are like, wow, dude, these games have got some freaking content, man. I would love to see Dishonored made into a movie. That'd probably be pretty cool, man. Telltale games or cinematic games. Yeah. Types of games, Jeff. Yeah, I don't never play those Telltale ones either. I mean, if you guys just look, like, my number one game of all time is Castlevania Symphony of the Night, dude. That's like one of my favorite freaking games of all time. I think that was the first game that I ever played that was considered a action RPG, and I fell right in love with that, dude. Like the exploring of the castle, the finding the secrets, like that was one of my favorite games, dude. I played that game until my eyes were so bloodshot. I would sit there and I'd play that on the PlayStation 1, man, just sitting in front of that freaking TV for freaking hours, man. That game was so good, so good. Never thought of that. I'd like to see The Ascent as a movie. Yeah. Oh, I think The Ascent's a pretty good game, man. I need to actually play that. I've got plenty of free time right now for the next 10 days, so I probably should. I have been playing a lot of game. Yeah, dude, if they brought back Castlevania, I mean, there's rumors that it might be coming back to PlayStation as an exclusive, and dude, that would be more than enough reason for me to own a PlayStation right there, right then and there. Can't put Hades down right now. I thought you already beat it. I need to get on Hades, dude. I need to play these games, man. But I'm actually participating in a beta right now that I can't talk about because I had to sign an NDA. So I've been trying to play that as much as possible. So they need to bring. Yeah, so you could have make a movie. Yeah, make a movie out of Bloodborne. That'd be pretty dang good. Ooh, HP Lovecraft. There's this game out right now, guys. It's called Sunken City or something. I've been thinking about getting. I haven't played any of them HP Lovecraft games, and I'm thinking about picking that one up. I did download a whatchamacallit, like a demo on the Xbox over it, and I just haven't and I played it for a few minutes, but I didn't really sit down and get into it. So I'm thinking about picking that up. Neon Giant Capture Cyber. Yeah. Still love the glasses. Yeah, I mean, I have the other day I was sitting there on the PlayStation and I was like, oh yeah, that looks like a good price. So I bought Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Renando of Blood. And dude, my Xbox version looks better. It has like it's got like some upscaling that makes it look a lot freaking sharper. The PlayStation version looks exactly like it did on the PlayStation 1. But it is like, I mean, it does look like it has higher resolution though. You don't really beat it, Cabbage? I beat Hades in 2 days. I was really upset about that. Any of you played Tales of Arise demo? Yeah, I did. I did play it. I've already got that one pre-ordered though, so I didn't really play too much of it. The only reason I downloaded that demo, Jeff, was to look at the visuals to see if it was something that I was going to be able to suffer through or not, because I'm really not into anime games, but I will play them every once in a while. You beat Hades. When you get out of the other content, is a new game plus coming. No, into JRPGs. No, I haven't. Don't ever ask me for my opinions on JRPG. I warn you. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Andy Hart. It's nice to see you back, my friend. Are you excited for the GTA? No, not really. If it's going to be the kind of remakes that I think they're going to make, if they redo the visuals and expand the maps and the gameplay and everything, yeah, I'm excited for them. But if it's just like reskins of what they already were, no, dude, I'm not excited for that. The freaking, I'm not excited to go back to playing, with those old feeling of those games. Does anyone remember the point and click vampire game that was out ages ago? It was all Dracula and stuff. I cannot remember the name of it. No, I don't. Scarlet Nexus. Scarlet Nexus is pretty good, Sev. I did like that one. And the reason I don't like JRPGs that much is because of the stupid freaking like over the top like childish freaking humor that they have. But Scarlet Nexus was a lot more grown up, so I definitely like that. I want to see what and to get back to your question, Andy, I do want to see what they've got in store for those. I definitely do, but I just don't know if they still look like the old ones. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Those are like PlayStation 2, man. That might be a little rough. Have you used Retro Arch, Andrew? I saw some Duck Station footage on Series S. I have not. What's your favorite third-party developer right now? My favorite third-party is probably Ubisoft. Well, I don't know. Ubisoft is kind of like, they've been irritating me a lot lately. I don't think selling San Andreas again is really something I would even do with improved graphics. Yeah, exactly. I just don't know how I'm feeling about it. I might. It depends. I feel you on JRPG. It's like anime just... Yeah, exactly. Splinter Cell. Did I ever play Splinter Cell multiplayer? I did not. I just played the single player on those. Code Vein is kind of... I don't know. I mean, Code Vein was all right, but I don't know. Dude, I really don't like the anime that much, that often. I mean, it really has to like Tales of Arise looks pretty cool. Dracula Resurrection, it was called. Just Googled it. It was really good, and it's finer though. Nice. Mechanics aren't fun. Yeah, they're usually pretty over the top, man. Sure, that's like saying anime is for kids. I get that some anime is mature, Jeff, but the childish humor, over the top acting, and hypersexualized children don't do it for me. Yeah. Everything's a waifu, dude. And like I'm good, man. I don't need freaking like cartoons to... I'm not into that. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's why I don't really care about them. But I can, like in Code Vein, it didn't seem like that. You know, it was good, dude. I liked Code Vein. Like, that was a freaking pretty good game. Not Code Vein, Scarlet Nexus. Code Vein is the waifu simulator. The only reason I bought Code Vein is because of the Dark Souls like gameplay. What's up, Shaq? How you doing, my friend? How's the PlayStation Nation doing? That's pretty good, man. 87. That's pretty good, man. That's like one under Ratchet and Clank. So Jeff, if Psychonauts 2 is an 87 Metacritic, is that good? Or is that bad because it's on Xbox? I mean, it's children, but either way, I do say JRPGs follow a certain formula that they usually don't. Yeah, I can't stand the stretch writing in JRPGs, and the stories are so cliche. Yeah, dude, I lose interest in them so fast. It's not even funny, man. Scarlet Nexus is the first one in a long time that I have played to completion, start to finish. Oh wait, no. Do we consider Near Replicant JRPG? 7 PC version is 89. So the PC version's better than the so wait, the PC version is better than the Ratchet and Clank at 88, and then the Xbox version is at 87. Well, that's not fair. What is it on PlayStation? Is it like a 94? ACG said it was the best platformer he's played in the last 5 years, if not ever. Woo! Because didn't he just play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart a few months ago? Dang, man, if ACG said that, then it sounds like sounds like that might be a pretty dang good game. It's good, but it does detract how good Ratchet is. My problem is how Xbox used this to devalue the quality work Insomniac did. What are you talking about, man? They're both they're both good games. Why can't we just be happy? Why can't we just be happy that they're both good games, man? I wonder how long it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna play it. If it's anything Japanese, it's JRPG. Okay, yeah. So I don't think. I mean, like I did like Nair Replicant. I didn't really care for Kaon or what's her name, but yeah, I thought it was pretty good, and it's 15 plus hours, so that's a whole half a game extra. LOL for Game Pass. I trust ACG a lot more than most reviewers. Yeah, he's definitely one of the ones I like. I don't normally watch reviews anymore though, guys, just because I was getting too into like being snobby about games and like not giving them a chance. But then like when I started hearing people like come out and like completely review bomb the games that I liked and I thought were great, that's when I kind of just gave up on reviewers, man, because I don't necessarily think that we have that much in common. Both are great games. One is exclusive, one is multiplayer. ACG is an Xbox shill. The same guy who throws out rumors Xbox is acquiring someone else. Xbox is acquiring other people, though, Jeff. Gosh, dude. It says 20 hours? That is iffy to me. For story or all the content? Yeah. Cost $70 and the other is on Game Pass. I don't watch reviews either. I just started checking Metacritic this year. Metacritic, I don't know. I mean, I quit watching like when Modern Warfare was just announced and they had like IGN and all the other guys in there and they were all talking about like, oh my gosh, it's just so bad. It's so bad. I don't know if I'd want to play a game like that. I was like, dude, I'm not watching these guys anymore. These guys are freaking stupid. Bro, what's 100, 100, 100? What's that? I don't know. Everything. Oh yeah, everything is good tonight. I find it funny that people compare Psychonauts to Ratchet. I'm having trouble figuring that out, Desmond. Oh, what's good? Oh yeah, everything's good, man. We got Assassin's Creed Odyssey that's getting a 60 FPS patch implemented by Ubisoft tomorrow for Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. So that's pretty big. That's pretty big. You're gonna get to play that masterpiece at 60 frames a second. Plus, Watch Dogs Legion is getting that update with the Legion of the Dead update, the zombie map for that game. That's going to be pretty cool. And then Psychonauts 2 is actually getting pretty decent reviews today. And then Aliens Fireteam is not. So it sounds like that one's not that great. So I don't know if I don't know if I'm going to be picking that one up. I find it funny people compare Psychonauts to Ratchet. The first Psychonauts was a masterpiece. It's not fair for Ratchet. Oh, dang. You know what, man? I mean, throws these rumors around like every month. Okay, so like if we really stop and think about it, I mean, like Ratchet and Clank was cool. What's up, Mr. Eddie? Ratchet and Clank was cool when I was younger, dude. Like it was pretty cool, you know. Like I mean, it was still kind of cool in my 20s, but I was kind of starting to grow out of that stuff. But I mean, if you think about it now, like, I don't know, man, like we're grown ass adults and we're sitting here bragging about Ratchet and Clank, dude. Ratchet and Clank and Psychonauts 2. I don't know. I mean, if we weren't like in these like little console wars and everybody what's it called? Gosh dang it. What's that saying when you cherry picking? If we weren't cherry picking shit because I had like ray tracing and other shit, like nobody would care about these games, dude. Not any of us. None of us would care about them. I mean, I bought Ratchet and Clank mainly to review it on this channel. And that review didn't do that great. So, and like me talking about it, like the 60 frames a second thing, like it being at 1080p, that gave me a lot of views on this channel. So I was like, you know what, man, people want to hear about Ratchet and Clank. So I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to review it. And yeah, dude, the review didn't do that great. All the other stuff went great, but honestly, we come off as haters. We're in a time period where we can't judge Microsoft because they are the under. No, dude, definitely judge Microsoft. Honestly, guys, if Microsoft did something bad that I didn't like, I would say something about it. But you got to look at it from my point of view, okay? Like I'm coming from a long line of being a PlayStation fan, okay? Well over 25 years. Xbox is new and fresh to me. Xbox hasn't burned me like PlayStation has. Or I haven't gotten bored, I haven't like, you know what I mean? Like I just don't have as much animosity inside built up over Xbox as I do PlayStation lately. So it might seem like I'm unfair and I overlook Xbox things, but half of the stuff that Xbox is doing doesn't even matter to me. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't really necessarily completely matter to the point where it's like, oh my gosh, Xbox this. And like, I don't care. I mean, I do care if Halo is successful, but I don't care about half of the stuff that everybody else cares about. I just want to play the campaign. That's it. Like, I just want to play the campaign. It's the first time I've ever actually looked at a Halo game and I'm like, wow, that looks kind of cool, man. I want to play that. That's the honest truth. Honestly, I'm more excited about the next God of War than I am Halo. And that's just how it is. But at the same time, Xbox hasn't done enough to really push me to a point where I'm upset with Xbox, dude. And I mean, like, they came out and told me, hey guys, we're not gonna have any games for a while, like, but our Xbox will enhance the games you already have. So I was like, okay, that sounds like a good proposition. I'm gonna buy one. PlayStation comes out, man, we're going to have these great exclusive games and they're going to be $70 and we're going to let the games speak for themselves. You need to buy our PlayStation. So I was like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. I'm going to buy a PlayStation. So I bought a PlayStation. One of them's delivered. The other one hasn't really. So that's just where I'm kind of at, guys. PlayStation promised me unbelievable games for $70. And I haven't gotten one yet. Okay. I don't think any game I bought on the PlayStation is worth $70. I don't think so. So, and they haven't given me enough playtime to really be like, wow, man, these are freaking amazing. So it's not that I hate PlayStation. It's just that they haven't delivered what they said they were going to deliver. And I'm just being honest with my community about what I've gotten. Something bad, like no Halo co-op. Yeah, exactly. I did talk about that. It just, when does that, to me, the Halo co-op thing was never going to matter was never going to matter in the first place because I'm never going to play that game online with anybody else. So as much as that might hurt, a lot of other people, like, dude, we're so conditioned these days to being able to get games, fragmented experiences, and have them as live services. And Halo Infinite is a live service. They have confirmed that Halo Infinite is a live service. That's how they're looking at it, and that's how they're treating it. So whether it's unfinished or incomplete, I can't judge that. To tell you the truth, that they're treating it as a live service, and that's what they said. PlayStation hasn't burned you. It's not their fault. You were stuck to one console. Yeah, I mean, well, I've been a PlayStation guy for over 25 years, Shaq. They burned me with PlayStation 3. I paid my $600 for that thing when it first came out, and then a couple years later, they were basically giving them away. I forgive them for that. Like I didn't care. I was like, oh yeah, well, that's great, PlayStation 4, they burnt me again with the PlayStation 4 Pro, telling me, yeah, this is a 4K machine and stuff, and then like it rarely ever delivered Sony first party games did. They did pretty convincing 4K, checkerboard 4K. but it was Xbox One X that delivered that. I feel like they, I don't necessarily think they burned me, but they did freaking shortchange me. And now they are nickel and diming me for everything else. Were you going to play co-op? No, I was not going to play co-op. I'm upfront about my preferences, but I'm not bashing Xbox for Spy. I want them to do better, and the Xbox gamers. And wait, what did you say, Jeff? Spy. I just want them to be better, and these Xbox gamers excuse Xbox for not properly managing their studios, which is, when it comes to 343, Jeff, and Halo is probably one of Xbox's most important brands. Say that, yeah, 343 has been mismanaged. I agree with that. I agree that they've definitely been mismanaged and things aren't going the way they want them to. So would you prefer Xbox just can 343 and put Halo in a different studio's hands, or do we get them to put out this campaign and the multiplayer so we have proof of concept of exactly what's going on with Halo? Or do we let them push it back and then push it back some more and dig their hole deeper and deeper and deeper? Or do we force them to put out the campaign and the multiplayer and then focus their attention on bringing the rest of this stuff? Or you know what I mean? That's kind of where I'm at with Halo. Like, I want this game to come out as a proof of concept. If it's missing features, Windus, like the co-op, I get that that's a tradition, and that is pretty big, man. Like that does suck, and I don't want to like step on anybody's feelings about that. Like it is frustrating, man, that the game isn't going to launch completely, but at the same time, them coming out and saying that it won't launch with that and that is I don't know. And it's a live service game too, man. Like you got I don't know. I think Phil Spencer and the rest of Xbox is pretty much at the same point we are with 343 Studios. It's either, hey man, put something out or be done with it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of where I think that's kind of where the community is too. I've seen a lot of polls right now that it's about a 60-40 split with people that want the game finished, and 60% of the people just want it now. So I think Xbox just on that is making the right decision to do that. But at the same time, like, I don't know. I have both consoles, Jeff. Yeah, I have both. I enjoy them both. Xbox is doing great. Don't worry. PlayStation did not beat their chest about games the way Xbox did about power. Cut the crap, Andrew. Yeah, they did, Shaq. Jim Ryan came out and told us that we were going to get quality games for $70. And he did beat his chest. He said, we will let the games do the talking for themselves. That kind of sounded like beating their chest to me. And I was expecting, I had my doubts in my head. I'm like, well, the PlayStation 5 is a little bit underpowered there, Jimmy. And you're guaranteeing me, like, okay. I'm like, I've seen you guys work your magic before. Like Returnal. Well, it's not canceled, so you can play 3 months after launch. And this, yeah, if it came out and it was buggy, that would kind of suck too. I don't know, dude. When that freaking Halo shit launches, dude, if that campaign is not good, man, like, I don't know. They're gonna have. All I know is Halo Infinite is 343's last chance with Halo. Like, we already know that. They're either gonna put out a good game or they're gonna fail miserably, and it's gonna be done. The co-op mattered to me since I was planning on playing with my friend on Legendary, but I can wait for it rather than delaying the entire project. Yeah, honestly, guys, we should all just demand, like, look, man, put the damn campaign and the multiplayer out. We want to prove the concept that this game is worth the shit, because we'll let you know, like the community will let them know, hey, this is crap. You should probably just give up on it. Or yeah, because if they put it out and it's crap, there's no fixing that. There's no fixing Halo if it comes out and it's crap. There's no fixing that. There's no Ubisoft miraculous turnaround. There's no, yeah, if it comes out and it's crap, it's crap. Game Pass did shake up the industry. Please, your takes are pro Xbox. All you Xbox say is neutrals, but I don't think 10 feet's ever. Yeah, I don't know, man. Okay, I'm way down here now, guys. Game over, Brian. How's it going? Opponent says bots buy a PlayStation 5 and say it's just for exclusive. PlayStation guys care less about having an Xbox for exclusive, both fan bases. Already better. You can just bump the gums to antagonize. Nobody is neutral in this community, bro. We're all gamers, man. We all like games. Some of us just really prefer the other stuff. I agree with that. Crap gamer, keep that same energy. Frog, I'm reading these comments, and I gotta say, a lot of fake concern from Sony shit. They want Halo delayed because they're not getting Horizon. This is they can't see. Halo's PS5 is underpowered, yet games are running better or same as Xbox. Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, for the most part, yeah, dude, it's holding its well pretty good in this cross-generation period. It is. It definitely is. For the most part, anything I play on my PlayStation 5 to date, that's on my Xbox, basically, I mean, it for the most part, it's indistinguishable unless it is a third-party developer that is a AA developer. There are noticeable differences on some of the racing games that I bought from like Milestone and Nacon and other things. But other than that, yeah, most developers that know how to develop and stuff, yeah, you're completely right. There really isn't much of a difference. Game over, Brian. Yeah. I think honestly, all PlayStation has to do is release their games, and they will be. Yeah, exactly. If they would just start putting games out, I would stop complaining as much as I do. Probably. I really don't even like to complain. It's just like I was really expecting more out of the Ghost of Tsushima update. I was really excited about it. And yeah, dude, that's just kind of where I'm at with that, man. I don't want to sit and keep kicking X or PlayStation. But then when I say something nice about Xbox, I don't know, dude. Like, I mean, I'm kind of interested in Psychonauts 2 because I want to check it out. But at the same time, I don't know. Yeah, it is what it is. I don't know if it's normally a game I'd go out and play if I didn't have this channel, but having this channel has definitely had me playing a lot more games, broadening my horizons to stuff I normally wouldn't play. So yeah, minimal valuable product. Bots want half Halo just to say we got more games. I mean, it could possibly be that way too. I'm not gonna say that's not the case, Jeff or Shaq. You might be right. Xbox guys, like the hardcore fanboys, probably do want Halo to launch just so they could rub it in PlayStation's face that they got more games. Yeah, dude, I agree with that. Me personally, dude, the whole not having the co-op thing I never really thought about it on a personal level because I'm never gonna play that, dude. Oh yeah, so I don't know, and I'm not going to defend Halo for coming out broken. Like I said, dude, when it comes to 343 Studios, I'm probably in the camp that they either put this game out and it works or just be done with them because I don't really care, man. They've been working on Halo Infinite for so damn long now that yeah, it was supposed to be a launch title. I was excited about it. It came out looking like crap in the thing they were showing us. I think I'm pretty sure that the rest of Xbox has probably had it with 343. Halo 5, I couldn't even finish that whole game just because it wasn't like I lost interest in it about more than halfway through. Like, I don't know. Both consoles have their ups and downs. I prefer PS5. I'm not a fanboy. Yeah, dude. I mean, for the longest time, I was a PlayStation guy, man, like through and through. Like I didn't even really start caring about Xbox till the Xbox One X, man. And the only reason that was because I had a 4K TV and all my games look better on my 4K TV running on the Xbox One X. I mean, my PlayStation 4 was supposedly a 4K machine, but yeah, it did not deliver what the Xbox One X could. So yeah, I started buying a lot more games on the Xbox. When it comes to first party games, I'm still very, very far into the PlayStation ecosystem when it comes to first party games. It all depends, I mean, sometimes I might buy a game on the PlayStation 5, but I don't know, guys. Like I get I get more points back when I buy them on Xbox, dude. I get like $6 back every time I buy a new game on the Xbox, man. With my Microsoft Cash. When I buy one on the PlayStation, I get like 60 cents. So I don't know. Anybody played 12 minutes? I did play 12 minutes for about 12 minutes. Mod, second party, and time matter in a console ecosystem. Somewhat. Why is this burning my throat more? Let's see, what was that over there? Game. Go look at Hitman 3, Metro Exodus, Resident Evil Village, Ray Tracing, Doom Eternal, FPS mode, have higher resolution and graphics. Oh, wait. Do you think 2 first-party games are enough to keep you happy with PlayStation this year? Returnal and Ratchet. Next year, probably Horizon and GT. I don't know, man. If 2 exclusives a year from PlayStation, I don't know. That probably would be pretty hard about. I do think it's good, Windus. The one thing I don't like about 12 minutes is the control scheme for it. Like I didn't really like that. So I just was like, ooh boy, I don't know about this. But I'm pretty sure that once you get used to it and then you get into it, yeah, it does look pretty cool. Like it does look pretty good. It's the voice acting is done really good. The visuals look nice. So yeah, I mean, definitely download it and play it. It's on Game Pass. No commitment with Game Pass. If it's not, we all know why Kenya's sacred of. We all know why Kenya scared of Psychonauts got delayed. I don't know, man. That Kenya looks. Juan, if you really think about it, like I was more interested. Well, Kenya is going to be a multi-platform too, but that Kenya game looks pretty freaking good. Like I like the way that game looks. I do like that. You give Ghost of Tsushima its time to shine, but it didn't really need its time to shine, Jeff. It was only 3 hours long. Oh man, it's about the quality of the game for me. I'd take a 5-hour God of War over Sea of Thieves at 100 hours. I could care less about time played. Oh yeah, well Shaq, in order for me to play a game for 100 hours, there has to be something to keep me there. Like I just can't sit and play a game mindlessly for 100 hours. Like I cannot do that. So I know I believe I have more time in. I mean, like Sea of Thieves is, I don't know. I mean, like I can't play it single player. I mean, I can play the new DLC single player, but I couldn't really play the game single player before, so I didn't really care about it, dude. It just sat in my backlog. I mean, the games that I play the most on the Xbox, are the other stuff. Sea of Thieves is amazing, but it's like comparing apples to oranges. It's a totally different kind of game. Well, that is for sure. I mean, Sea of Thieves was made to be a games as service with, I don't know. I hope Halo doesn't launch like that. Sea of Thieves, you can rob the IRS without a problem. Oh, dude. If you're not playing a game for 100 hours if you're not enjoying it. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Shaquille. Might be true. People really think more time played means better. That's some bot logic. Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know if I could play Crackdown 3 for 100 hours. I could probably play Spider-Man for 100 hours. I hear Kenyan devs had some trouble with combat since it's their first game they used to make movies visually. It looks great though. Yeah. I mean that could possibly be the thing. Yes, you need lots of friends to play Sea of Thieves. At least 4 of them. Uh, equal to abandon is 12 minutes. Oh damn. I'm skeptical about Kenya. I am too, but it's cheap. It's like $40. So it is what it is. Oh man, I need a water bottle. I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go get water. Sorry, guys. I had to get some water, man. All right. Sea of Thieves was never meant. I'd rather have a 1-day ticket to Disney than a season pass to a local car. Well, I don't know, man. I guess if you only if you only have like a single day to enjoy yourself, then yeah, that would make sense, Jeff. Let's see. Oh. So my symptoms now is I got a really like my throat's starting to get sore, and my chest kind of hurts a little bit. I don't know. And this water doesn't have any taste. Like I can't taste the water. Yeah, I do. My results came back positive today. And I got this like cough, man. Ugh. I really hope it doesn't get like super worse. Just drink water, get some sun. Yeah, I really hope it doesn't get any worse, but like this damn throat. Well, now that I'm drinking this water, it's not that bad. All that damn vaping, I don't know. Oh man. Guys, Jeff, I've never really been a major multiplayer gamer, dude. I like to do things at my own pace, and I like to explore and dawdle and do things. So multiplayer is really never. And if I do play multiplayer, I don't play it long. I get on there like Call of Duty. I might get on there and do like 3 or 4 matches, and then I'm done, man. I'm over it. I can't grind those games like everybody else does. I'm not normal. I'm not a normal person. Get some sun, vitamin C, and vitamin D, and drink a lot of water. Yeah, COVID boy X1 gaming. Yeah. Yes, it really does suck, man. I'm fully vaccinated. This isn't supposed to happen. They told me it would be different. Well, hopefully it doesn't put me in the hospital and kill me, right? I mean, gosh, who knows? I swear, if I took that stupid vaccine and I die, I'm going to be so mad. Oh, wait, I'll be dead. Oh, man. That's going to be so bad, dude. Yeah. You know what pissed me off, Juan, is right after that Cold War crap came out, like it overtook my whole Modern Warfare experience. And I was like, what the hell, dude? I like Modern Warfare. I was into playing Modern Warfare. I played Modern Warfare more than any Call of Duty that I've ever played. And then they start throwing all that freaking Cold War crap in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, dude. For those who PlayStation who preloaded Vanguard Alpha, I didn't. We'll avenge you. I hope so, man. Because this really freaking sucks. Monoclonal antibody serum in your state? No. No. They're not. They're like, go home and get well. You can go back to work in 10 days if you don't have any symptoms. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, man. I'm like, what if I die? They're like, they just completely ignore you. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems like my wife's getting over it. She's got a lot of body aches and stuff. I do too, though, man. Come back and haunt us, and I will. I'll come back and keep doing videos for you guys on YouTube. Got to wear them masks, lol. Yeah. I mean, I do recommend getting the vaccine. I recommend wearing a mask still. I don't know though. Fuck, man. It's getting so stupid, man. There's just so much damn misinformation out there over this crap that, like, I don't know. You got two retarded ass two retarded ass groups of politicians that are so hell bent on destroying the other one that our damn country is so confused. We can't even keep the people in Afghanistan safe. Yeah. Afghanistan. Like, what the hell, man? Like, I don't know. Dude, this is so damn retarded. I mean, there's so much misinformation out there that I don't know. I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't even think I care anymore, man. 270 gig. Ooh, damn. They're lying to y'all, bro. The vaccine works. Out of 15 ICU patients on the ventilator with the new COVID strain, only one is on the ventilator. The vaccine won't prevent you from getting the virus, but it improves your outcome. I hope so, man. I mean, me and my wife, we both got the vaccine. My wife seems to be doing okay. I just really started getting these symptoms today, like the sore throat. Like my chest is a little bit sore. My nose is stuffy. And then my joints kind of hurt. A lot of young people are firing, and to see it firsthand, it freaking sucks. Oh, man. Left are idiots, right are idiots. Yeah, exactly. Well, the left wants to rule you with anger, and the right wants to rule you with fear. So, yeah, they're dying. Yeah, that really sucks, man. I forgot Desmond was doing that. He's the if I remember correctly, he's a not respirator, but yeah, something like that. He works in the respiratory thing. It's not just your country, Andrew. It's the whole world. Red versus blue. Oh man, I don't understand like what the hell is going on with that whole red and blue thing, man. It's so damn dumb. You just listen to these idiots up there telling you like, oh yeah, well these guys are bad. It's like, no, dude, your beliefs are just different from their beliefs, man. Like I hate it. I hate this crap so bad. You do 10. I'm scared for Warzone because it's Sledgehammer, LOL, but glad they're adding anti-cheat. I like Sledgehammer games. I liked Warzone, not Warzone, Modern Warfare, but I don't care for the Black Ops ones anymore. I just don't. Yeah, dude, this COVID thing, like I do believe the COVID is real. and that was when like somebody close to me got it, and like it tore him up, man. It tore him up pretty bad. So I was like, oh gosh. So I mean, I went and got the vaccine just because my wife was going to get it regardless. So I said, well, if you're going to get it, then I'm going to get it with you, you know. Exactly, man. They want to rule us. Well, but are they ruling us in the best interests of the American people? Like, are they doing things that are going to keep the American people safe, like the Constitution says supposed to, or are they out there lining their pockets and selling us off to the highest bidder? I mean, that's what worries me the most. You know, when I found out, you know, last year, you know, during the middle of the year, you know, like before the elections, that 95% of our medical stuff comes from freaking China. To me, dude, that sounds like treason. That sounds like treason, you know, like we have to depend on another country for our basic medical needs. Like, how is that not freaking treason, bro? I mean, like, how are our whole freaking political class not guilty of treason just on that alone, man? To jeopardize our national security that much to where we have to depend on a foreign sovereign nation for our basic medical needs? Like, really? Like that? Wow, man, I was pretty mad. I mean, you could one day come together and improve life. I think they could, man. If we just got rid of politicians, dude, if we didn't have our useless politicians that are pulling us in two different ways, Felix, I believe humanity could be happy and live in peace, bro. Like we keep electing these stupid people that come out. I mean, honestly, if they come out and they're saying negative stuff about the other person, why should we even consider them for office, bro? I mean, like, I would rather somebody come out and tell me their ideas, and if I agree with them, be like, yeah, okay, not come out and literally spend the whole campaign just bashing the other side. I mean, what does that do, man? I mean, like look at how we are with our damn video game systems, guys. Like, we freak out over PlayStation and Xbox, and we could say mean things to like the other side. Like, imagine that, like, in politics, bro. I mean, like, wow, dude, we don't really need this crap. You're right. It's a vaccine for a reason. It gives you a chance, not a cure. Yeah, I mean, my wife was pretty set on getting it, and I was like, you know what? If she's gonna do it, I'm gonna get it. You know, there's just so much. It's all a bunch of corrupt politics. Yeah, exactly. I think they all are criminal politicians, man. I think they're lining their own pockets. They have no desire to make America any better. I didn't even know that about China. Yeah, dude, the media doesn't report it. You have to like sit and watch. You have to like watch everything, man. When I heard that stuff, and because I mean, like, when I heard that, I was like, no, that's not possible. That's not possible. And then it was like taking forever just to get masks, bro. Just to get freaking masks for our. I was like, ooh, boy. And then, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, this is crap. When it comes to politics, I'm actually neutral. I'm for whoever is for the people. If you get cut by a rusty metal, you can still get tetanus, even with the tetanus shot. It's not a cure. It's just the first line of defense, like a home security system. Yeah, I mean, normally, like, my I have a pretty strong immune system for the most part. So I'm hoping that this thing doesn't get way worse, but I mean, I'm grateful that I went and got the vaccine. To tell you the truth, I am grateful that I did that because, you know, watching what it did to that person I know, yeah, dude, I'm pretty glad I got it. I mean, I didn't start watching the news till I was like 35, Jet. So, and then you just kind of care. And plus, I'm union, so I mean, like, just being union, I get drug into that crap all the damn time. They're like, well, I get a letter from my union hall every freaking time we're about to vote, and they're like, well, these are the candidates our union's standing behind. So this year we would like you to vote for Joe Biden. And I was like, dude, I'm not voting for Joe Biden, man. I'm sorry. I'm not voting for either one of them. There was no way I was going to vote for Joe Biden, dude. The guy can't even like the guy spent half of the campaign hiding in a basement, man. Like, I'm sorry, man. I mean, at least Trump was doing stuff for our nation that was actually good, man. Like, my gas prices were pretty low, man. Now I'm paying twice what I was paying for gas. So, I mean, I don't necessarily think Donald Trump did a bad job. I don't. I think Donald Trump did a pretty decent job. And, you know, I mean, just because he was rude, dude, he was rude to other rich people. He was rude to other to other politicians. I mean, he never really said anything rude about like the regular people, man. I mean, like, I get his whole thing, you know, about, you know, wanting to protect our border and stuff like that. But I mean, like, I don't think he did a bad job. Not to go off subject, but do you think some people buy Xboxes because Microsoft is an American company? Maybe, but it's all made in China, so like, what does it matter? Swear I'm treason for loving PlayStation. Oh gosh, just tell them just tell them that their freaking Xbox is made in freaking China, bro. And they'll be like, okay, well, yeah, they're all made in China, man. Well, I don't think they're made in China. I think they're made in Taiwan. But China says Taiwan is part of Taiwan, and I think Taiwan is its own country. I mean, that's just kind of how I feel about it. I mean, Taiwan wants to be free, and they can they're self-sustaining physical landmass, and everybody there feels the same way. Yeah, they should probably govern themselves, man. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I mean, if Texas here in America wanted to you know, recede from the union, or if California wanted to recede, we would let them do it. I love my Xbox Series X, and I'm forever PlayStation since the first, but Xbox changing the game and actually doing it for the gamers. I think they are. I think that Microsoft found that niche and their philosophy. Not only does their philosophy with being for the gamers help them with Xbox, helps them with Microsoft too. It helps them with Office. It helps them with Windows. It helps them with, you know, Azure, the cloud. It puts that technology into the hands of more people, therefore growing that technology and making it better. So Microsoft is on a completely different level than PlayStation. PlayStation is thinking video games and video game systems, and Microsoft is wanting to put every service they can in your hands to better your life, and that makes them money. So yeah, Xbox is more than just an Xbox in the ecosystem. It's a cog in the wheel of Microsoft. That's way more services that are actually, you know, and it could be, you know, they're gaining every time they sell us a game or an Xbox or something. Not only are they gaining that revenue income, but they're also gaining that data, because we are in the technology age where the information age, where our data is worth more than our money is sometimes. You're right. They didn't get $3 trillion being nice. They got $3 trillion by selling me shit I want to buy. And PlayStation got all their money by selling me shit I want to buy. So yeah. Just like Japanese people don't buy Xbox because it's not a Japanese company. Yeah, that's pretty true. Like Japanese are way more Japanese are way more freaking nationalistic than we are, for sure, man. Like, way more secede, not recede. Didn't I say secede? Maybe I did. I can't think right now. COVID's impeding my brain function. It's making me weird. They're just puppets anyway. Buffett, Gates, Bezos, Musk, Zuckerberg have way more power. Yeah, that's very true. They call secession radical. But how does it make sense to have California, New York dictating laws for Kansas and Nebraska? Dude, I completely feel the same, man. That's why we have the electoral college, man, is because there's like 70 there's like 700,000 people in Wyoming, and California, like what works for California and New York would never work in Wyoming, man. It wouldn't. So letting those idiots freaking run everything, I don't know, man. I don't think Democrats are bad people. I think the ones in California and freaking New York are nuts. But as it sits, I think Democrats and Republicans probably have more in common than they don't at the end of the day. Because if you're just talking to somebody face to face and you don't know their political party and you guys are just talking and you guys talk for a while, you're pretty much agreeing like a lot. You know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, Game Pass is not your friend. It's a convenience for you. But Microsoft said instead of charging $60, we can get their money every month. Smart Moves Services is, yeah, exactly. But I get to try a whole lot of stuff, Shaq, and I'm not committed to it. And it is a cheaper price, up front. The Japanese are really racist. Trust me, I lived there for 3 years. Yeah, I've heard that more than once, Game Punisher. I've heard the Chinese are racist. I've heard the Japanese are racist. I've heard basically everybody's racist except for America. I've heard that America is probably the least racist place on the planet to be. And I kind of believe that, for the most part. I'm not fanboying anything. I have bought every PlayStation known to man and still own them. Me and my wife make six figures, not bragging, but why would I spend $70 for a game? Yeah, I mean, especially that game's only like 10 hours, man. Also, the PlayStation isn't as powerful. We are in the beginning of the new system, but as time goes, it will figure out. I do feel like that's going to be I do feel like that's where it's going to be. Like PlayStation is good at PlayStation Magic, guys. Like do not underestimate that the PlayStation first party games are going to look freaking amazing this generation. But when it comes to the Xbox games, man, they're going to be pretty damn good. They might not look as good as PlayStation games, but they're going to be pretty damn good. I don't know about Japanese, but I know racist. I know Chinese. Just like PC blows all consoles. Yeah. America is racist among themselves. Probably. I wouldn't doubt it. I'll tell you what, though, man. I think, because being a white guy, dude, I have heard other white guys say some pretty ignorant shit, and I mean, it's not stuff that I think they would be out there like, going out of their way to like do, or because it's funny, like I'll have that one white person, around me that's always like saying like negative racist stuff or whatever. But then every time we see like we see like a black person or a Hispanic dude or anything, they're all nice and polite and they don't say anything negative. And I'm just like, dude, you're fake as fuck, man. I'm like if you feel that way, why don't you say something, man? Like, it's so fake, dude. It's just so fake. I do think I do think that people are pretty fake these days. That's for sure. I mean, in the 1950s, you could walk into any bank and get a loan on a handshake, man. You can't do that no more. People are getting more fake every day. 2060p is the highest. Let's see what that says. 2060p is the highest resolution. Bots really think it will be a huge difference in third party. I don't necessarily think it just has to do with resolution anymore, Shaq. We're talking about fidelity too. You got to get fidelity in there. The more fidelity we get, Frog, imagine if Guilty Gear was on Game Pass instead. You spent money you can't pack. Yeah. Dude, if I would have been able to download that on Game Pass, it would have been amazing. And watch in like 6 months, it'll be on Game Pass. Go get a real hobby job because you have too much time on your hands. PS5 is 25% less powerful. Or CPU, GPU has a faster SSD and has the studio devs to make the hardware. Xbox Studio devs, not so much. No. You said so yourself. It's super. 25% is a lot. That's a lot, buddy. Everybody outside NA is pretty racist. They're all homogenous communities for the most part. Colonialism. That is pretty true, man. Like if you really think about that, there a lot of other countries are pretty homogenous, man. Force races together through brutal force echoes for generations. That does make a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm black. I got some black friends who do the same thing. Yeah, it's just it never freaking amazes me too. I'm not saying those people are my friends. Those are just like acquaintances, like people like white people are like that, if they see you and like say you're waiting at a bus stop or something, okay? Because this is mostly the times that I've heard that kind of stuff is like when I'm sitting there and there's like another white person I don't really know. Those are the ones that say that stuff, man. I don't really associate with negative, ignorant people. I don't go out of my way to like make those people my friends and stuff. But I think it's because I'm white. They feel comfortable around me, and then they say their stuff, and I'm like, dude, And then, like I said, like I've actually said that to him too. I'm like, so like all the stuff you just said to me about them people, like why didn't you say that when they were right there, man? Like what the? Like, it's just funny, dude. It's so ignorant. Thank you, Microsoft, for giving a better platform to play games after I come home from work and on COVID unit. Yeah, exactly. Unlike money hungry PS, it was suck so much. Yeah. I mean, I don't necessarily think we should be that hard on PlayStation, Desmond, because they are pretty broke. You know what I mean? Like they need to sell every single thing they can to stay in business. But I mean, yeah, it does kind of suck that they're up in the price, but have yet to up the quality enough to justify that price. That's kind of the way I feel right now. I feel like later in the generation, yeah, it's going to be worth it because I mean, most of the time when Ubisoft drops a game, I usually buy the $100 version day one. So, I mean, I'm not that against paying $70 for a game, but I am. But if I don't get that quality that they're telling me, then yeah, I'm going to say something about it. If you only live around people who look like you will probably feel weird. And when you see someone who looks different, it's human nature. I mean, I can understand like discrimination, but racism is freaking ignorant. It's like I can understand discrimination to a certain point, because all of us kind of have that like inherent behavior, like when we see somebody we don't know, like we're gonna get our own like little image, like before they even, and that's subconsciously we're gonna put up some kind of like we're gonna make up some kind of thing or whatever in our own minds before we even talk to that person. So I mean, like I can understand the discrimination part or the standoffishness, but like racism is just pure freaking evil ignorance. You know what I mean? I got Xbox. What's up, Sniper Elite Army? Thanks for coming to the show, my friend. Juan, been getting into the Division 2 lately. I love it, dude. It plays good at 60 frames a second. I haven't played it for a couple of months. Oh, Aliens fell apart, dude. It's apparently not a good game, from what everybody's saying. So, yeah, I'm definitely not looking into that one. Dev said, not nice. Noticeable difference, Frog. Noticeable. Yeah, for the most part, Jeff, everything that's come out really is, I mean, there's not that big of a note. Like if all I had was a PlayStation 5, Jeff, I'd be happy. If all I had was an Xbox Series X, Jeff, I'd be happy. So it doesn't really matter which way you go as long as you're happy. All my neighbors are white and they're awesome. I love them. Yeah, Desmond, for the most part, white people are pretty good. Like they're not terrible people. But there are those few that are ignorant, man. There are those, like I would say probably 1 in 10 are ignorant people, man. They just are. And most of them, it always seems like the ones that are like telling, yeah, I don't know. I do have a lot of like, I have a lot of friends, period, from every race. And I mean, most white people aren't bad. They usually are. They're usually pretty decent people, and they, for the most part, can't blame you, Andrew, for what your friends say. But you should at least tell them it's wrong. I check my people every time they say something racist. Oh yeah, dude. Like I said, like these people aren't my friends. They're not my friends. They're like acquaintances. They're like other white people that I guess just feel comfortable around me because I'm white too, that they can just say whatever they want. And I do. I tell them, I'm like, dude, that's not cool. I do. I stand my ground, man. I don't put up with that crap. And I tell them too, like if because like they'll say something, and then like if say like a black person comes up to us, and then they're all fake and like, oh yeah, how you doing? And they all like try to act cool and whatever else. And I'm like, well, why didn't you say that shit that you said before, man? Like, I don't hang out with racist people. They're not my friends. I don't hang out with them. I don't entertain that crap. I'd rather take the console with no bottlenecks from. Well, we'll see what the bottlenecks are once they start making next gen games, bro. I mean, they're still making games that have freaking pop in because they're cross gen. Japanese only? Wow, man, that really sucks. Imagine hearing whites only here in the States. So it'd be like, yeah. I love the random racism. I'm mixed, so I get it both ways. More SSD equal 10-hour games. I get a whole lot of 10-hour games on that SSD. I know, Jeff. Why you gotta be so why you gotta be so ignorant? Stop harassing like everybody with the Xbox thing, man. We're all freaking gamers. No more calling people Xbox and ponies in here, man. We all gotta start respecting each other. That's not cool, man. Like everybody comes to like hang out. We can't be sitting here calling each other freaking Xbox plastic warriors, Jeff. Racism bad, okay? my mama said something with genders, interview with a female or male, and it would give one more authority without knowing it. Oh gosh. Something with genders. Oh yeah. Do you think Sony will say something in September? I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe they might. Game Pass is better than everything Sony has. I think it's a better value right now because there's really nothing out there there's really no game sellers on either console right now. So yeah, like Xbox Game Pass is definitely delivering a value for a lot of cash-strapped folks that just don't have a lot of money, and it gives them a lot of opportunity to fill up their free time. So yeah, dude, I feel like Xbox Game Pass is a pretty good value. They're racist in every group. Trust me, as a mixed kid in an all-black hood, I experienced it from both directions, but most people are generally decent. I would say most people are good. I honestly believe that, Polybaba. I do. I believe most people are good. And I think that most people, once you interact with them and you get to know them, like then you know who they are, and then it's easier to conversate with them. And that's basically what it boils down to. Just putting yourself out there and getting to know people so that you can build a relationship. And people that like you know who the freaking racist ones are in every group. Like it's the ones that like and Sony will have an event in September or just do the end of the year at the PlayStation Experience. I don't know if that's really going to be the case, Jeff, but okay, yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of clipping and ghosts, bro. I didn't even kick it for that. I did not kick it for that just because I was like, oh gosh. Jeffy Gaming, if it's the end of the year, that should be unacceptable to the community because they won't tell us themselves that Forbidden West is delayed. Oh yeah. Yeah, they need to tell us what's going on with that pretty soon. I'm thinking, bro, I'm playing. Yeah. Can we stop with the Game Pass advertising too? Well, as soon as you get Game Pass, Jeff, we'll stop advertising it to you, bro. And then you can sing your praise. Then you can sing its praises with us. I don't care if people call me Xbot. I think it's funny. Miles Morales is still selling PS5s. Is it really? I mean, I'm pretty sure people buying PS5s are still buying. I think PS5s are selling PS5s right now. I mean, to be completely honest. And I think Xboxes are selling Xboxes, to be completely honest right now. Fly to Mount Rushmore when you get a chance. I was surprised. I think they touched it up with the US World Update. Oh yeah? Maybe I will fly by it. Does it got a face of Trump up there yet? Oh wait, that's right. That was going to happen in the second term. Hazen, PlayStation just renewed the PlayStation Experience trademark. They might have their event at the end of the year instead of the summer. Ooh, that would really suck, man. I like it. Starting a new trend, Andrew. No name calling in the chat. Yeah, I don't think we need to call people names in the chat, man. I think we can be adult enough to just not call people names. Like it doesn't freaking, I don't know. I mean, technically tonight is Monday. It should have been freaking Fanboy Anonymous, but I don't know, man. I've kind of given up on that because it was getting a little toxic. And I don't want this group to be toxic, man. We're all in here. We all love our video games. Some of us love our PlayStations more. Some of us love our Xboxes more. I mean, yeah, dude, I want to hear instead of Jeff telling me how bad Xbox is, I want to hear. I'm much more interested in hearing him be positive about his PlayStation experience, so that positivity can like so that I can hear that positivity, man. If all I'm hearing is negative stuff about Xbox and negative stuff about everything, it just makes me want to say positive things about the other side, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to hear negative things, man. Gaming thoughts on tomorrow's GameCon event. I think we're gonna get the freaking the release date for Halo. Yeah, gaming isn't that deep. It's just gaming, guys. I mean, gosh damn, I'd be more inclined to get it if it's not in my face. Yeah, I mean that's kind of the way I'm feeling with like the name calling of everybody in here. Like gosh dang, guys, we don't need to be. I don't mind being called Pony or Pegasus. Ponies. But they're ponies. Let's address it either as furry personas. Yeah. Furry personas. Game Pass advertisement. That's crazy. Almost as crazy as $15 a month for access to hundreds of games. Oh, Sony needs to compete. And I'm hopeful this silent period is them powering up to fight toe-to-toe with Game Pass because $70 games, yeah. I don't know. I mean, dude, if you only got to buy like 5 PlayStation games a year, that's not too bad, I guess. But don't push back against Andrew. You don't push back against the bots. Only me and Jeff. I don't really ever push back against you at all, Shaq, because you never really say anything negative. I don't really ever hear you calling people negative. And that and that did just say like everybody's included in it. Let's not call people names. Like, I mean, I don't care what you guys say about your comments, but let's not call people names. That's kind of rude, Let's just try to address people like respectfully, man. Like, I'm not coming down on anybody for their opinions or whatever. I'm not your freaking mom or your dad, or like, I'm not here to tell you what to do. Just saying, like, maybe you guys should just respect each other and not call each other names, man. Hey, be happy about your console, but don't call each other names, man. That's all I'm saying, Shaq. I'm not really pushing back against anybody. I'm just saying don't call anybody names. I'm really not trying to. Game Pass is like having a plug for the entertainment you want. You get what you want at a discount if you keep coming back. I love it. PS switch up their Apple INC money grab mentality. That's kind of why, I don't know. I kind of think that's why PlayStation's been rubbing me wrong, is because they have been, kind of going at it with I do kind of like it, but at the same time, I don't, because it's like, I don't want PlayStation to be like an Apple juggernaut, giving us what they feel. Because, if you think about it, every one of them iPhones that launch, they're really not that great. Internal wise, it runs their software great, but do you remember when insiders were saying Sony will have an event in August? Now it's apparently in September. I do remember that. Feeling abandoned. I kid. I'm feeling abandoned. that does kind of suck, man. It kind of rings true though. Huh. All is fair in love and console world. I think Sony does whatever the opposite insiders say. No, they just don't have anything freaking ready for us to have, Jeff. That's it. Wishful thinking aside, man, like PlayStation just doesn't have anything ready to show us, man. That's what it is. I think that having to delay so many games this year, they're playing their cards a lot closer to their chest now. Yep, Desmond did nail it. Guys, just to be clear, like, PlayStation doesn't necessarily owe us anything else this year. Xbox does. Xbox hasn't given us really anything, up till like, last month. So yeah, Xbox still needs to deliver some content this year, whereas PlayStation has a little bit of rope to kind of take a step back. It does suck that they're stepping back now when they should be pushing forward harder, but at the same time, they do have a little more leeway because they have delivered more stuff. Whereas Xbox, you guys know what I'm saying. Like, I do feel like PlayStation has a little bit. I feel like they have a little bit of leeway throughout the rest of this year, but they do have to drop something else. Like they still got Deathloop. They still got, other stuff that is coming out this year, like Kenyan stuff. So it's not like PlayStation's going to be completely dry, but at the same time, this end of the year, like we're in August now, we got 4 more months. Xbox needs to deliver in these 4 months. Like they have to. Exactly. I feel like Xbox's biggest stuff is going to be the end of this year. And then I think it'll even out, at the same time, it depends on, it really depends on Halo, and it really depends on Forza Horizon. And if you think about it realistically, Halo basically said they're launching without a couple of things that are pretty dear to a lot of people in the community. So at the same time, PlayStation really, they've tried. They've done pretty decent for the most part in a launch year. I'm not 100% completely against the PlayStation, what they've done. It's been pretty decent, but like Xbox really does need to deliver throughout the end of this year, guys. Like it has to happen. I think Sony's ego has got the best of them, and they need to be humbled. Xbox coming to equal playing field. Winners coming. Yeah, I really do think, guys, that this winter, because PlayStation's kind of falling back a little bit. PlayStation falling back a little bit, and Xbox coming out with all their heavy hitters at the end of this year. I think that this year is going to basically be, I don't know, like if Halo is freaking like the best Halo ever made, then maybe that puts Xbox way over the top or over the top. But if Halo comes out and it's mid-core, and then all we have is Forza Horizon 5, to carry us through. Because, think about it, like Flight Simulator to me is a freaking amazing game. A freaking amazing game. Not everybody feels that way, though. Not a lot of people care about, flying around the planet like I do. So, yeah, So I mean, like, I think Flight Simulator is amazing, but it's kind of a wild card, man. It kind of is. Whenever they decide to speak, the whole gaming world is watching, even the bot. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I know that, like, I know that, like, tomorrow, when we have or this week for Gamescom, when we find out exactly what's going on with the Xbox stuff, whatever surprises they have in store for us through the end of the year, I think that is definitely going to change a lot of I mean, a lot of people in the gaming community are going to be talking. Joe Clan, what if Abandoned is really a Miss Pac-Man game? That might be good. I mean, okay, I think Sony console wearers won't buy Deathloop out of spite. Dude, I hope they do, because Deathloop is, that would really suck for Sony, man. If they I am gonna stream Gamescom, because I will be home. Unless I'm like in my bed sick and I can't move, then yeah, I'm planning on that. I do feel like that this year is going to be kind of a wash for some reason. Now that Halo's, delaying some of that stuff, I do kind of feel like this year is going to be a wash. But this is where my bias kicks in, because I love Forza Horizon. So I don't know. I'm probably going to like Forza Horizon more than anything I've bought on the PlayStation 5. I mean, I can already feel like that's going to be the case, and that really, well, I don't know. Death Stranding's coming out next month. Like, there's a lot of variables for the rest of this year, guys. I mean, there's still a lot to look forward to and to keep our hopes up and stuff. So, and officially, Forza Horizon or Horizon Forbidden West has not been delayed. It's just rumored to be delayed. Halo, Gears. Okay, what was that, Shaq? Halo, Gears, and Forza didn't work last gen. It's not going to work this gen. Starfield 2021 would have been a game changer. Yes, I agree. There's a lot of variables, guys. I mean, I want us to just be happy about games and stuff. I don't want to have to. I mean, I feel like I have to sit in here and defend Xbox all the time. But at the same time, like, my own, like not being completely happy with my PlayStation experience right now has made it sound like I'm like anti PlayStation and stuff, and I don't want any of my community to feel that way. I do care about both systems, and I do want both to succeed. Too many good games in September for me to buy Deathloop. I mean, we've got so much shit coming out this year. We got a new Call of Duty, we got a Battlefield, we've got, oh my gosh, Forza Horizon 5, Halo. Dude, we've got so much stuff coming out this year that anybody with two consoles is going to have a really expensive time. This year overall has been pretty mediocre. I completely agree with that for the most part. I really do. Halo is going to be free to play. You're smoking if you think it's going to be huge. I hope it's huge. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Halo needed to be a banger for Xbox to win this year, completely win, and but launching half baked, dude, is it's gonna kind of hurt them at the end. Drew, not gonna lie, you buy more Sony games than my fellow Sony guys. Yeah, that's probably 100% true, man. I do buy a lot more games. I do buy a lot more games than the average person. That's for sure. That I guarantee that. I probably buy 3-4 games a month, easy. Depending on if there's games out, I usually do buy every freaking new game that comes out for the most part. Only recently I've actually started downloading more on Game Pass, just because games like Dark Alliance has really like made me to the point where if it's on Game Pass, I'm going to download it on Game Pass first and try it. And then everything after that, if I do like the game, then I buy them. Nah, Sony needs to give more because of Lion Ryan's mouth. He talks too much. Now he needs to deliver. People need to understand that there's 12 months. What about the last 6 months? It's Kenya. Yes, Kenya's timed exclusive. I believe it's coming to Xbox in 6 months or a year. Alibaba, yep. Can we get a narrative player IP from Xbox that isn't FPS, but that's the RPG? Just one action adventure would be nice. Someday we'll get one, Jeff. When we get that game, are you going to buy an Xbox? No. Every generation, people say Sony needs to be humbled, and yet they keep winning. It's like greatness is hatred, LOL, whatever you do. With day and date service. Yeah. I was surprised you bought Scarlet Nexus. I played that demo on Scarlet Nexus and I was like, yeah, dude, this doesn't actually seem that bad, man. I kind of like the combat. It kind of gave me that like Devil May Cry feeling of the old. So I was like, yeah, dude, I'm gonna check that out. Starfield's gonna be good. I think Starfield's gonna be good, and it actually looks like the kind of game I want to play. Redfall, that one does look pretty good, unless it's something like Left 4 Dead or something. I don't know. If it's a single player campaign game, I'll probably pick that up. Well, actually, it's going to be on Game Pass, so I'll be able to play it for Game Pass. That's Compulsion. They are making a steampunk third-person action adventure game. That's true. The free Halo multiplayer will make it the biggest game of the year, and Xbox the hot gift during the holidays. I already feel, Joe, if they can get enough Xbox Series S's on the shelves this Christmas, I think that thing's going to outsell everything, to tell you the truth. I think that Xbox Series S is going to sell pretty damn good. It's Perfect Dark yes, it is first person shooter. Perfect Dark is. Why do you think PlayStation guys only talk negatively about Xbox? About Xbox, I would rather if they actually talk positively about the platform they prefer. I kind of feel the same way, Hamad. I really wish they would. I mean, sometimes when I'm being negative about PlayStation or Xbox, I would prefer people that love that platform to be positive during the stream, so that I can because sometimes, dude, I can get a little I can get stuck in my little anger freaking thing, and sometimes I just need to hear like some words of kindness from other fellow fans that see things differently than me, and maybe that changes my tune. You know what I mean? Sony hasn't lost a gen yet. Yeah, Jim Ryan delivered more games in 1 year than Phil has in 8 years. LOL, Mike Frog. By the way, Sony is working on lots of multiplayer games first and second. See, I kind of just want more. See, I don't know. I kind of want Sony to just stick to making Sony first party game, Sony single player games, guys. I feel like Sony is just that little boy in the corner saying it is safe to come out after that Forbidden West delay leak, because there's no reason why they can't tell us themselves. I really wish they would tell us if it. See, we don't actually know if it's going to be Vinland Saga yet. I haven't. Is that on like Netflix or something, Walter? No, he still hasn't bought an Xbox. He might soon. I really like Game Pass Ultimate. I can play on my phone at work. Yeah. Want to hear something nice? Oh, dang. I'm in the wrong place. Dude number. I just want to hear some freaking nice stuff about video games, man. On PlayStation. No. Hopefully they announce Crossfire X is dropping on Game Pass soon. I don't know if did they already confirm that's coming to Game Pass, or was that So wait, guys, come on. Let me back up just a little bit. Tell me about this Vinland Saga. What is this about? Amazon has Vinland Saga. Awesome, man. Awesome show. Okay, I will check that out. I do have Amazon Prime. I love the Series X. It does everything I didn't know I needed. Yeah, it does do a lot. That's for sure. That's just the PlayStation Gamer Viewpoint. What's the PlayStation Gamer Viewpoint? Xbox. Hamad, it's that Xbox gamers accept their games being subpar. That's like getting a sports car. I don't see that argument though, Jeff. I don't necessarily see Xbox games as subpar or inferior to PlayStation games by any means. I do not feel that way, to be completely honest with you. The only thing that sets PlayStation first party games apart is how beautiful they look. And, sometimes they have a really, really good story, man. Like, that's really the only thing that sets them apart. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I like you just said, Shaq. I don't know if it's being delayed, and they did say they would give us more information soon. So hopefully it's still coming out this year. But we do have a lot of people stirring the pot. That's why I really don't like to report on rumors, because, like, who knows? But I mean, that one sounded pretty freaking solid, and it got me like 3 or 4 clicks. So I was pretty good with that one. Again, this is the curse of only having AAA blockbuster games and nothing to fill in the gaps. This is why I'm disappointed in Sony. That's a fair argument, Azen. That really is, man. Like, they're really big budget games. They take a lot of time to make, and sometimes that does leave gaps. That's why PlayStation has to rely heavily on third-party deals, man. If you're not a fanboy, you wouldn't be talking about the other side. What would be the point? Both consoles are amazing and have great features. Exactly. Besides Halo, Forza, and Gears, though, I don't know, Jeff. They're fun games to play. You know what's kind of funny? People talk a lot about exclusive, although 90% of games are cross-platform. That's true, man. I think a lot more people buy cross-platform game or multi-plat games than they do buy the exclusives anywheres, man. Tooth number 1301. I came here to troll you, but you seem to be trolling yourself just fine. I'm going to hit the dislike and suggest to others to leave you and come watch me play Skyrim. How about them apples? All right. Sounds fun. I don't know. Trolls are welcome, man. I love trolls. They're fun to play around with. I'm not anti-troll. Everybody's welcome at this channel, okay? We're not racist against trolls. I'm hoping Fable and Avowed are dope. Forced me to buy an Xbox. I think Fable's going to be pretty decent because Playground Games is making it. I do have faith, and a lot of the guys that used to develop Fable are on that team now. So I think we're going to get a decent Fable experience. I like both PS and Xbox, but just because you have money doesn't mean you need to spend it. And PS haven't given me that reason to spend it like last generation's. But with having my first Xbox ever, yeah, exactly. Having that Xbox, having both consoles means you are one of the lucky few that doesn't have to sit and wait for content, man. You can play whatever you want because there's always something coming out on both consoles or either way. You know what I mean? So it just makes, if you have the money to be able to have both consoles and buy those games, yeah, dude, that makes sense. There's no reason to like hold yourself to one platform. Walter, I got Ghost Director's Cut, and holy hell, is that game awesome. I have a newfound love for it now, and I already thought it was great. What a game. I do like it. I kind of got through that DLC pretty quick, though, man. I think total playtime on it now is about 8 hours. So, yeah, I was kind of a little hard on it. Insomniac made 3 games in 2 years. Yeah, because Insomniac's amazing, man. They're holding freaking PlayStation. They're the ones that are holding PlayStation up right now. Okay, Jeff? Even if first party is dry, I'm still getting Vanguard and Far Cry 6 this year. Yeah, exactly. We're going to have plenty of games, man. There's no reason to freaking... I mean, who's really interested in first party games that much anyways, guys? You're crazy. It's delayed. Then delayed they are hiding because they want to smoke to settles. When they do deliver the news, no one will care. Then everybody's going to care, Aiden, no matter what. Whenever they announce that, they're going to freaking care. Two numbers smiling. I know. I know too. What's the third? Miles Morales was not a good game. Just saying. I thought it was all right. I thought it was pretty good. What do you think of Psychonauts? I haven't played it yet, but I'm hearing good things about it. So I'm definitely going to download that on Game Pass and play it. I kind of want Fable to be live service though, Shaq. I do, but I don't. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, if they can do a good live service with it, that'd be cool. But if not, yeah, I would prefer them to just have a solid experience. Xbox has too much games. A Racer Studio making an open world RPG. I have my doubts. Okay, so the racing studio is in charge of it, yeah, and they're using their engine for it because the Forza Horizon engine is freaking amazing. And all of the staff that were at Lionhead are now at Playground Games in their second studio. So you have the one studio that still makes the Horizon, and then you have the other studio that's Playground Games that's now taking over Fable, which is all of the old Fable guys minus Peter Molyneux. So that's where that is at, Jeff. So yeah, dude, I think we're in pretty decent hands for the most part. I feel like PC and PS5 is the true best way to go if you have the money. I can't disagree with that, but I can't completely agree with that because I don't know if I would really I don't know if I'd really appreciate having to play around with everything as much as I don't know. I'm not PC illiterate. I'm just PC gaming illiterate because I'm 40 years old and I've never played games on a PC. I own 4 to 5 exclusives across the entire PS4 generation. Exclusives are not enough to glorify one console. Having both consoles let you play whatever you want. Yeah. I've been spamming that in every stream, trying to get some people. No, I mean, so it's nothing personal. No, it's fine, dude. You got to build a community too, number. You got to put out content, then you got to go live on your own, and you got to talk because, I mean, sometimes people like to watch people play video games, but most of the time people want to talk about the video games because let's face it, all these damn video games have been pretty short lately, and we got more time on our hands to talk and chat and conversate and speculate about what's coming next. So that's what we do. Can you look at how awesome Forza Horizon looks and imagine? Oh yeah, dude, Fable's going to be beautiful. Aizen, I may not. Okay, what was that? I might not play Xbox, but I will say at least Phil takes the criticism to the chin. Sony hides for months. That's kind of true, man. Paul, racers are easy to animate and put together with tools using 3D modeling, open world, make them believable. So wait, then how come it takes a whole generation to make a damn Gran Turismo game if they're easy to animate, Jeff? Explain to me why we're waiting. Why Gran Turismo 7 is getting held back, dude. God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon Forbidden West, GT7 machine for the next 2 years. Do all Xbox exclusives remain on Game Pass free forever? They do, Walter, except for the ones that we've seen leave are the racing games that they haven't paid for the licensing for the cars for more than 4 years because that's the Xbox only pays for the licensing for 4 years on those. So after 4 years, all Forza games will be leaving Game Pass. Me personally, Shaq, I like I appreciate the optimization on the console more than I would. I just feel like PC is going to be one hell of a. That's why the only thing I'm going to do on the PC is my racing sims because there's some racing sims that I want to play that I can't get on console. So that's what my PC is going to be for is mainly that, and I'll try other stuff, but other stuff that I can't get on console on the PC. Aizen Phil finesses around everything. He's just a glorified car salesman. Yeah. Hellblade 2 number facts. Yep. That's why people come and watch me sometimes. Hellblade 2, Avowed, Atomic Heart, Fable, Everwild, Scorn, Perfect Dark, Echo Machina are all looking great. Scorn, I don't know. We haven't heard anything about that for a little while now. Exo Machina, I haven't heard much about that lately. Atomic Heart did look pretty freaking cool. Fable, yeah. I mean, yeah, those are definitely games that we're getting, but I don't think we're going to see Hellblade 2 until possibly 2023, man. From that last thing that they showed us on that, we might be 2023 for Hellblade 2. And I mean, yeah, dude, that's a long development time, but COVID really did impact that because the main protagonist, she's been training, to do that motion capture. So maybe, but at least he's transparent. Yeah, for the most part, Phil Spencer has been pretty transparent. Play Fight Sim on PC too, Frog. There are great some. Okay, yeah, possibly. I mean, because it'll still be on Game Pass, so I should be able to download that on Game Pass. So yeah, I might actually do that on PC as well. Road 96. I haven't. Lie to our faces with half truths. Phil has plenty of examples. Dishonest about VR. Project Scorpio exclusives are bad. Then make. Hey Jeff, if Xbox is having trouble putting out freaking just regular games, bro, why would they dig themselves another hole like they did with the Kinect? I feel like it's probably better if they just stick to putting out freaking games on the Xbox, and then maybe once they're good at doing that, then maybe branch off and start doing the VR. I think that's kind of why PlayStation might be struggling a little bit, because they're investing heavily in the VR, and like VR is pretty cool. MKO14, hi, I'm new here. Hey, welcome to the show, man. We appreciate you coming. I don't know how to say your username, so I'm just going to call you Muku. Is that all right? Please watch one episode of Vanguard Saga before bed tonight on Amazon. Legit, just watch first 5 minutes and see if you can. Yeah, I'll watch it. I've got the next 10 days to binge watch whatever I want, my friend. So yeah, I will. I'm gonna write that down right now so that I remember. Where'd my damn pen go? Vineyard Saga. What's it about? Tell me a little bit about what this Vineyard Saga is about. Or Vinland Saga. Who cares if Phil or Jim are honest? People are gonna buy the games and consoles anyways. Yeah, exactly. They both said 4K 120 frames a second, man. They both said that. So I don't know. Well, PlayStation told us 8K. So I'm still yet to see 8K, because you know how amazing that would be if it was 8K super sampled down to 4K. That would look amazing. I'm hoping the VR game take off this generation. I do too. I really do. I really am optimistic about VR. I'm going to buy that PSVR 2 right when it comes out. So I'm optimistic about that. I want to see where that's going. I do like how PlayStation has continued to invest in that, and I do like that, but I just feel like I just care about quality games. I could care less about suits. Then why do you keep talking about Phil My Spencer, bro? If you just care about that, Jeff, quit talking about Phil My Spencer. I'm more hyped for Forspoken than Forbidden West. I wasn't a big fan of the first Horizon. It overstayed its welcome, same as Days Gone. I'm still trying to get through Days Gone, but I did like Horizon Forbidden West. But I am pretty hyped for Forspoken as well. I definitely am hyped about that. It's about 4 badass Vikings murdering their way through life. Oh, yeah. No problem watching that. No problem watching that. I mean, if it was some like new age freaking like movie, I don't really care about that kind of stuff anymore. But anything that has to do with medieval, yeah, I'm perfectly okay watching that. All I know today, if I had to choose, LOL, Nintendo 64 was the greatest console ever made, but Xbox coming for them. Xbox is coming for N64. Oh, dang. See, I left Nintendo 64 for PlayStation, man. I was like, bye, Nintendo. I'm out of here. Ori got 6K at least. Yeah, 6K down. And if you're on a 4K, it downsamples, so it even looks better. When Fidelity Super Resolution comes out, it'll boost performance on both consoles, especially with frame rate. Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Godfall would be one of those games to utilize that, but sadly they didn't even try with this new update. That really irritates me because I want to try to play Godfall, but I want Godfall with the beautiful visuals and not and to still be able to have that frame rate. Forspoken and Ben West look amazing. Yes, they do. I'm excited, dude. I am excited for when we start getting true next gen games. It's gonna be an amazing time. PlayStation 2, best console ever. So many great games. I mean, I loved PlayStation 2 and I love PlayStation 1. I would say they're both about the same for me in terms of both of those consoles. I could go either way with either of those two. Ocarina of Time was literally mind-blowingly good back in the day. That's pretty true, man. I don't know, man. Like them N64 games weren't like super expensive, but they were definitely more expensive than PlayStation. And I was kind of broke back then. Road 96 is kind of like a Telltale game on steroids. Check it out if you have the time. Is that on Game Pass? Because funds are going to be kind of limited for at least the next couple of weeks. So I don't know, man. This whole COVID thing is taking me out of work for like 13 days of no pay. PS1 because Mega Man Legends and Symphony of the Night. Yes, sir. Yep. Symphony of the Night is my number one favorite game of all time. And I will scream that from the mountaintops. I love that damn game. I wonder if Uncharted will make a comeback with Nathan Drake. I hope so. I would prefer Nathan Drake than another protagonist, to tell you the truth. When we get true next-gen games, I personally think that's when those 12 teraflops will come in handy. Yeah, I think so too. I think that a lot of these games being cross-gen are not really utilizing any of the new things on either console. So, like right now, we're literally splitting hairs arguing about who's better. That doesn't make any sense, man. Like we haven't really seen a lot of great stuff yet. To my bot brothers, do you guys believe this Xbox generation will be better than the 3? Oh yeah, by far. 360 was a damn good generation, but I do think that Xbox this generation with the Bethesda and bringing back all the RPGs and stuff and more shooters, yeah, Xbox is going to regain that Xbox crowd that was loyal 360. You know what I mean? They are going to at least bring that. They're going to bring that crowd back this generation for sure. Because all of those people that left Xbox for PlayStation, those people are probably going to end up buying both. So I do think the Xbox Series X and S is definitely going to get a lot of that back, and a lot more people are going to have two consoles. So I think that's where this generation is going to go. I see a lot more buying of both consoles. Most overrated series until Uncharted 4. Uncharted 4 was legit really awesome. I loved Uncharted 4, man. I do. I still go back and play that every once in a while, actually. Uncharted 4 plus the other one that they did, the spin-off, that was pretty good too. The Uncharted Lost Legacy. I like that one as well. Black Myth Wukong looks like one of the best looking next-gen games coming, and Forspoken. Yeah, they both look pretty good. I don't know if we're necessarily going to get Black Myth Wukong on our consoles though, dude. That might be a PC only, man. I don't know. I really enjoy the controller haptic stuff on the PS5 exclusive games. I hope more games use it. Yeah, see, that's the thing, dude. It's going to be hit and miss. It's going to be hit and miss throughout this whole generation. Third party, you're probably not going to use it as much as the first party are, and it's really going to suck. It's going to fragment the damn system even more. If we get new Uncharted, Nathan Drake's daughter will be the protagonist. I think that's going to be the case. I want Wipeout, Twisted Metal, Resistance, and Metal Gear Solid trilogy remakes. That would be pretty cool. I would definitely be in for all those. I don't want his daughter, though. I don't care. Yeah, exactly. I felt the same way about The Last of Us 2, dude. I really didn't want to play as Ellie. I wanted to play as Joel. Uncharted 2 was the best. I thought Uncharted 2 was pretty damn good, and I like 4. I would give those two a tie in terms of, my favorite two. I don't necessarily think one was completely better than the other, but Uncharted 2 was pretty damn good, and so was 4. Oh yeah, definitely, Walter. Pick up Lost Legacy. It is the protagonists are female, but it's actually pretty cool. It's not all like SJW or anything, so it's pretty cool. I liked it. I thought it was really good, actually. We need Metal Arms glitch in the system too. The top 5, Symphony of the Night. Symphony of the Night is my top one, and then Witcher 3 is the second one. Assassin's Creed is the third, the first Assassin's Creed, and then Odyssey is probably number 4 right now. And then number 5, my top number 5 game is probably going to be Splinter Cell, the first Splinter Cell. The reason I like Odyssey so much is because of the Greek mythology part of it. I love that atmosphere to it, so it definitely gained like one of the higher spots in my favorites. You start getting into like 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, you're gonna have like Dark Souls in there. You're gonna have Bloodborne. You're gonna have a lot of the other games. I get that's a really unique top 5 outside of Witcher 3. Really unique. Sounds pretty samey to me, man. Those are my favorites, though. Can't deny what I liked. Those games have basically stuck with me. Those are the ones that, like, if they ever drop like a sequel, boom, I pick it up day one. Like God of War. I liked God of War, back in the day. Castlevania, Labyrinth of Innocence. I mean, there's so many, but those are the games that, like, at the top of my head are like, oh wow, I love them. Sadly, there's really not one PlayStation exclusive in my top 5. Probably not. I mean, in my top 10, maybe like God of War or something, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I do like PlayStation first party exclusives, but I mean, if you think about it, there's not any Xbox ones in there either. You know what I mean? What about you guys? I mean, how many of you guys actually have in your top 10 or top 5 games? How many of you actually have a first party exclusive in there? I did like Breath of the Wild, Siphon Filter, God of War, Metal Gear 4, Red Dead 1, Kingdom Years 1 and 2 are my top 5. I did like Siphon Filter, but Splinter Cell definitely beat that one out for me. SOCOM. Well, I mean, I guess SOCOM could be in there in like my top, definitely in my top 20. Resident Evil. I did like Breath of the Wild. I thought it was good. First playthrough 1, Ocarina of Time, Fallout 3, Dark Souls 4, The Last of Us 5, Resident Evil 4. Yeah. AC Origins, because we know Egypt is a real place and could not imagine how it looked when it was current in that time. You like AC you like AC Origins? Halo 2 is my top 5. I love that game. Yeah, that's crazy, man. Like, that's insane, man. They're like, I mean, I love my first party games, but dang, man, third party are where my top 5 are. Assassin's Creed is probably Castlevania, Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, Witcher 3 is just one of my favorite games. Like there's no reason why. Like I love that freaking game. I loved how I love the thing I love about the most about the Witcher 3 is I've played through that game like 2.5 times, and both playthroughs were almost completely different. Like it did not feel the same those 2 times, and the third one is kind of becoming a mix of the two. So one of my other faves. Yeah, Resident Evil 2 is definitely in there. I mean, if I did like a top 100, I don't know. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to rank games other than my top 5. It is pretty hard for me to rank games, but the ones that have the most nostalgic feeling for me are those 5. Mass Effect 3, Crimson Skies, Mass Effect 2, Dragon Age 4. You know what, guys? Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll sit down and I'll go over all the games I've ever played. And because honestly, to tell you the truth, I've really never put that much thought into it. But I will. I'll start trying to keep track of my my all-time favorite games. Mass Effect 3 till the ending. I haven't seen Stacey's computer in a while. Top 5 for me: Arkham series and God of War 2018 and Spider-Man. Nice. Mario 64. I liked Mario Sunshine probably the best out of the Marios, the 3D Marios. Up until Galaxy. Galaxy's pretty good. Hitman Blood Money, yeah, that's a pretty damn good game. Arkham overrated. I liked my favorite one of the Arkham series is the second one, Arkham City. I think that one was my favorite one out of those. Couldn't relate to Batman, unlike the Spider-Man game. I love Arkham. Arkham's pretty good, man. There's a lot of games that spun off of that too. I liked that. Oh gosh, what was that other one that was kind of a spin off of that? That Lord of the Rings one. Which one is that? No, not the Hobbit. The Lord of the Rings. The oh my gosh, I forgot. So mine are in no particular orders: Symphony of the Night, Halo 2, KOTOR, Mega Man Legends, Phantom Dust. Nice. Top 5: GTA, San Andreas, RDR2, Time Splitters, God of War 18, and Heavy Rain. Arkham. So overrated. Spider-Man copied it. I know. Demon Dark Souls were so damn unique. They were. I mean, if I really wanted to put one of them Dark Souls games in there, it would have to probably be Bloodborne because that's the first one I beat. And then Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3, I like that one because that one was closer to playing like Castlevania. So I really, well, no, they both were actually. That's why I really like those two games too, is because they gave me that Castlevania feel, like what a Castlevania should be in 3D. I liked Castlevania, Lords of Shadows. Gosh, there's just so many. Yeah, Shadow of Mordor. That's the one I was thinking. Thanks, guys. That one there is basically like a Batman Arkham type game, and it worked pretty good too. Like I like the combat in that. Top 5 console is Series X and S, PL5, PS4, 360, and PS2 freaking extreme. LOL. Okay, the Barbarian. What's up, my dude? Last of Us and Part 2 are in my top 5 of all time. Those are good games too. I mean, I've got what, 36 years of gaming under my belt, so I mean, like a lot of my favorites are going to go far back. Favorite QuickTime event games. QuickTime event games? Castlevania Lords of Shadow. That one was pretty good. Dude, I don't really like those QuickTime event things. Shenmue is one of those good ones though. Borderlands 2 is an all-time co-op game. I never really got into the co-ops. The only co-op game I ever played start to finish with one of my friends was Far Cry New Dawn. I can agree with that. God of War 2 being the most impressive PS2 game. Yep, I can definitely agree with that. That game was so big and so majestic back then. It was amazing. I did really love that. My consoles are PS2, Sega Genesis, NES, Dreamcast, and 360. I like my PS1, my PS2, my Sega Dreamcast, and my PS4 was my favorite until the Xbox One X. So I don't know. I like Detroit. I thought Detroit Human, or what was that again? Gosh dang it. Detroit Become Human was pretty good. Telltale Walking Dead series. Oh yeah, I forgot that was a damn freaking QTE game, like all the way through, huh? Oh boy. Next 5 without nostalgia: Doom Eternal, Gears 5, Mortal Shell, Battlefront 2, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I mean, if we go from just last generation, and not put them in my not put any of my all time my top 5. We got Steep. Steep was freaking good. I spent a whole hell of a lot of time on that game. What else? I like Doom Eternal, but I don't know if I'd put that in the top 5. Red Dead Redemption 2 would definitely be in the top 5. God of War would definitely be in the top 5. Uncharted 4 from last generation. And I loved Spider-Man, but would have to say Forza Horizon 4 would probably be one of those in my top 5 too from last generation. Those are probably the games I played a lot of hours on too. Most underrated game, GTA San Andreas. Steep is on PS Now. It is as good as SSX. I like SSX, but I think Steep is far better. Just because it's a big open world and you get 3 mountains, definitely download it. Download it and play it. I think you might like it. Red Dead 2 was an absolute masterpiece. I'd say that's the game of the generation, taken out any bias and just speaking facts. Red Dead 2 was a pretty damn good game. I really did appreciate that game. I really liked playing that one. Just toward the end, it started getting pretty freaking long. Started getting pretty long. Wow, guys, this is almost my freaking longest stream ever. Top 5 Game Pass list. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I'll let you guys answer that one. Did everything right. Yeah, I did a lot right. Yeah. I think you were thinking of Shadow of Mordor. Yep, you're right. It was Shadow of Mordor. There was most like Batman Arkham. I think that game. Oh boy. Yeah, kind of given up on Guilty Gear Strive, but just for right now, I have. Too long. Repetitive mission. How many botched Dutch highs, turn shootouts? You just don't have appreciation for fine games, Jeff. No, I'm just joking. I thought Red Dead 2 was actually a pretty damn good game, but I like that whole I like that cowboy fantasy though, so it was pretty cool. Guilty Gear Strive has been kind of a blemish, but it looks beautiful. Oh yeah, Red Dead 2 is definitely better than the first one. I never really liked John. What's his name? I like Arthur. I like Arthur way better. Streaming service Disney Plus. Yeah. Netflix. Netflix and Disney Plus is pretty good. What's the other one that you put in there? I don't watch the Apple one. HBO Now. Yeah, I do watch that one. Those are my three. Those are the ones I revolve around. Oh, and Prime. I gotta watch that one that Prime one tonight. I'm gonna turn that on after this stream. How many episodes does that have, Walter? God of War perfected QTs in God of War 3. Yeah. Sleeping on Amazon. No, I got Amazon Prime. That's let me see. Where's my remote? My 5 are Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus, and dang it, I have to like go into a menu to get to my HBO one. Like it, man, 24 episodes, and they are okay, perfect. Yep, I can definitely stream through that then. I just got done streaming through the Borgias on Netflix. I just did the Shogun period of the Japanese. I've done the King, and then a couple of others. The only thing I really watched was a lot of medieval stuff. So the Last Kingdom, I did that pretty recently. So yeah, those are the only ones that I can. It's in Japanese though. Put on English subtitles. It's an anime. Okay. Oh, I didn't know it was an anime. That might make things a little bit harder. It might make things a little bit harder for me. I'm gonna watch a little bit of it right now. I'm gonna turn it on and see because oh sure. Oh sure. All right. It's not even gonna show me it, man. All right, what was it called again? Vinland. The Vinland Saga. Oh, yeah. Now that you bring up movie subscription services, it kind of reminds me of Game Pass with all the TV and movie fodder. That's one reason I despise subscription. It takes up a lot of time to find the quality. Yeah. Oh, damn. Junior's having a fucking breakdown, guys. Oh. Wow, dude, this shit's actually rendered in 4K. Nice. Oh, that part is. Yeah, Netflix has gotten really bad. Extremely bad, actually. Top V8 Mustang Camaro. Well, it does look pretty. Oh no, it really is. Got to turn on the subtitles. Hilga. Got to pay attention to the beginning. Dang, some pretty nice visuals. Just standing there. Are you feeling unwell? Dozed off. All right. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I guess I can watch that. Do you find it hard as a content creator to play games and interact with your followers at the same time? It depends. Not really. It's all right for the most part. As long as I can read what they're saying on the screen or something, as long as the screen is in front of me and I can see it, yeah, it's all right for the most part. It's just terrible, but they seem to always have at least one series movie I'm in. That's very true. Did you got COVID? Are you excused from work for a while? Yeah, like 10 days. 10 days I get to stay home. And I've already been home for like 5 days. Reminds me of Blockbuster. A whole bunch of crap. Man, I miss Blockbuster. Hollywood Video. Those were the days, man. I mean, I do like being able to just watch whatever I want to watch on TV too. Thought anime was lame as hell until 2020. Then I saw Finland Saga, One Punch Man, and Attack on Titan. Cowboy Bebop was my first anime. My first anime was Ninja Scroll. I do stream sometimes. You haven't watched me stream freaking I was streaming Microsoft Flight Simulator like a couple weeks ago. It's just kind of hard for me to stream from the Xbox because I have to stream it to Twitch. I wish I could just stream straight to YouTube, but I have to stream it through another program, and it usually degrades the quality of the stream. So I've just kind of given up on that, the whole streaming from them. So the only thing I've really been streaming on is the PlayStation. That's one thing I really wish the Xbox would fix is that. Cobra Kai on Netflix. I might watch the Cobra Kai. I probably should. I really like the Karate Kid movies back when I was younger. Show I'd recommend you people who don't even like anime. It's generally a good show. Yeah, I think I might actually just lay down and watch this for a while. It's actually good. I need to kind of rest anyways. Oh, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. This is probably one of my longest ones. This box 4K. I can't really talk about what I'm beta testing. I can let you know after they release me from my NDA. I can talk about it, but until then, no, I'm kind of stuck. But it is pretty cool. I could say that. Well, with these days off, it means we get more of your content. Just don't push yourself. Yeah, I won't. I mean, I got up today and I made some content. It was pretty cool, man. I like doing that. So yeah, definitely look forward to more content. Unless I'm like freaking really sick, then I won't try to do anything. But I'm gonna try to put out as much content as I can over this next 10 days to try to keep growing. But I don't want it to be just a bunch of stupid stuff either, guys. So, all right, man. We will see you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming. This was pretty fun. I think we had a pretty good night tonight. You guys have a good night.